Welcome everybody to the Lost Boys Recovery live stream chat Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're glad we're seeing some people popping in here. 35 people. Let's bring in my guest here, which everybody knows, Dustin, the man with the most, the host, the co-host. What's going on,
Yeah,
buddy?
not too much. I do want to say I learned what state New England comes from.
Uh, yeah, buddy, that was
What
some
is it,
good,
Andy? What is it? I want to see if you even remember. What is it?
some good comedy last week, everybody. What
What
else did
state,
we learn?
Andy? Andy, what state's New England from? You
The
didn't
New
even
England.
pay attention. You got kidding me. All this time we talked and prepped all week, and you actually don't remember.
Yeah,
Guys, you can't write this.
this
Massive.
chat is on fire right now, and let me tell you, there was a lot of prep. I mean, a lot of prep work in this one here. So, what we got a good amount of guests coming in. Tell us a little bit about what's going on as far as for the show there, buddy.
Well, what we're gonna do? What do you mean? What we're gonna do today on today's show?
Well,
Is that what you
actually,
know?
well, let's jump back. Let's jump back. How
Yeah,
about
I thought
last
we
week?
were gonna say hello to some people and
Yeah, let's say hello.
cover last week's show a little bit. Maybe talk about all uh the different topics that everyone seemed to be drawn towards, like the bugs. Once we talked about bugs, everyone just lit up
Everyone
over
loves the
bugs.
bugs.
They love the bugs. They don't love the bugs, but they love the bugs.
So
So
last week's show. Let's talk about that. How do you think it went?
I thought it went pretty good. It's funny. My one machine just told me right now, "Hey, it's up." No, I thought the show went pretty good. We had a really good group of people, and everyone just seemed to be happy with the topic, and it was helpful. And I think you even got some feedback
Yeah,
from some of
actually,
the guys on that. And
yeah,
that's impressive. I mean, if you can get people that actually are making decisions based off the programming and content you're putting out there, that's good stuff, Andy.
right. Yeah, actually, he had a good point. I did get I actually got two letters, guys. I got two letters and a sticker. I got one note here from actually he has look at this all printed out. Pretty wild. Uh, Joel from to Drum and Detect sent me a letter. Says, "Hey, thanks again for the digger I won last week. What a nice gift. Enjoying the lives as much as I can catch them. Have a great 2022 and hope to get out there digging." And I got one more, buddy. Another good letter. It was these people were love their typing. Dear Lost Boys Recovery, I really enjoyed your live event. You talked about the different kinds of digging tools. A lot of great videos on your channel. Enjoy watching. So it's good to get all that kind of good feedback out there, guys. I appreciate the stickers and the kind words. That's awesome that everybody's enjoying what we're doing. But
We got some. We got Scuba Sonya in here. Peter's here. We got Chris from the ground up. What do we got here? Tom Kingery. How you doing? We have Two Taverns Todd. What's up, brother? Yeah, man, we got a lot of people. Phil's here. Kevin Myers. Kevin, you ain't winning nothing, buddy. So you ain't winning nothing. That's all there is to it. He just won something the other time.
we got Ald here, Michigan Gems. I mean, they're all in here. Everybody. Whew.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby. Bobby's here.
Allie's in here.
Underground Buddha. Chuck.
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it, guys. We appreciate all Alan. Alan, man, I don't think Alan's missed the stream yet. That's awesome. Thanks,
Yep.
Alan.
Detecting
Shelly,
Smile. What's up, buddy?
Tortuga Lisa. You're gonna have to explain that name someday. It's pretty awesome. Tortuga, it has something to do with fishing, I think. I don't know, but I'm
Tortuga.
interested. Jersey History Hunters here. All right. And Matt's here. Yeah, man, we got a good group in. Wow. People still coming in. Ski Searcher, Trash Your Treasure, Metal Detecting and Recovery, Detect, Dig, Smile. Yeah, man.
Chris
Thanks,
Ground
guys.
Ups in here.
Appreciate this. This is awesome. Stories from the Signal. We want to give you guys your shout out and let you know that we appreciate you. It's it's you guys are special to us. I mean, we don't take a couple hours out of our night every Sunday and put in the hours of prep that we do. just to hear ourselves. It's really meeting you guys, talking to you guys, and sharing with you, and we really do appreciate it. I mean, for this old turd me, you give me something to do, and I'm grateful to Andy and you guys. So thanks for tuning in. It's awesome, so awesome. We got some
Yeah,
good stuff to talk about tonight.
we put a lot, like I said. I mean, usually Dustin and I kind of go over stuff before the show starts, and we do things throughout the week. But a lot of calls were made for this one. A lot of talking to people. I mean, we have four major event planners coming on the show tonight, as along with some guests that will kind of represent and talk about those events. So first on, what we're going to do is have the event planner come up and talk about the certain event that we have. We have, like I said, four of them tonight. And then we're going to bring someone up to talk about that event that was already at that event in the past, or someone that might be going to it here this year, and tell us a little bit about what they liked about it, maybe what they didn't like about it. Just anybody has comments or questions in the chat, we'll pop them up there and we'll kind of see where it goes. So,
and because of the pace and the amount of content tonight, if we do miss you guys, if someone makes a comment or we miss anything, hey, we apologize. It's just, this is going to be one of them ones where the information is going to come flying. I mean,
right.
one of the guys, Robert from Come Out Swinging, I mean, he did 2.5 hours alone on just his show on the Keystone History Quarters last night. So, I know these guys have a lot to talk about, and it's just awesome that they took time out of their busy schedules planning these events to help us, make these decisions. So, yeah, I'm stoked. I'm ready to get going.
So, I guess we can. Let's see here once.
They in
You
yet?
want to talk a little? What's that?
Are they here yet?
No, I'm gonna have to hit them up.
Okay.
People are saying about the Nightbot thing. I'm not sure how that was working out. So
I seen it. I didn't, shout out to Nightbot.
I don't know if it's helping us or hurting us, because people are like, people are saying about they're getting timed out. I don't know what all that means. So
yeah, what is the Nightbot anyway? You were telling me before and I ignored you.
It's a whole nother conversation there.
All right. Yeah. I should have listened last time, huh?
But all right, well, tell us. Let's get into the hunt situation as far as like seeded and natural. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people are in here going to know about that. We did have Kent pop in, but let's talk a little bit about that before we bring Kent and Wendy in.
Right.
You want to talk about the seeded or the natural? I mean, just give us the.
I'll start talking about the seeded. So, guys, when you have these hunts, there's basically you have a natural or you have a seeded hunt, and then you have games. Okay, but right now we're going to talk about natural versus seeded and how some of these events have both. Seeded is when there's a portion of a field that you're going to detect as a group that's loaded with different things, like where for dirt digging PA, they'll have a jewelry one, they'll have just a everything one, and then they'll have a silver. Everyone has a silver, and they're the funnest because everyone's just going crazy on the silver. But that's what it is. They basically put things in the ground. What is it, 2 inches or 3 inches at most? At most. I mean, basically as much as you can push in with a finger. You know what I mean? So, and in a lot of them, they just throw the coins on the top. It depends who's putting the coins out. But, so the seeded, some people just go around the seeded hunts all year round and hit up the seeded hunts. And they crush it, right? Some people aren't like that. Like me, I'm a natural guy. I like a good seeded hunt, but I like hunting for history, which you can go ahead and talk about the natural hunt part of it.
Yeah, I mean, natural hunts are pretty much those things where you'll pay money for a place that's hopefully has some good stuff that was left behind from a major event. People will pay, big bucks to people, and they'll let you on permission, and you're not guaranteed to find anything. I mean, you could spend $250 for a ticket for a non-seeded hunt, for a natural hunt, and go all weekend and not find anything. And it's like you got to pay for your place to stay. You got to pay for the event. You got to pay for food. So it's not, like I said, you're not guaranteed anything. As opposed for a seeded hunt, you're not guaranteed to find anything there either. But there's a lot of stuff to offer. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about both of those, and see which kind of hunt I guess the viewers like the best. a lot of
Yeah.
them have all for both, so.
Well, like Bone has both. It has the natural hunt, which we'll talk about at the end, but they have the $6,000 seeded hunt. I
Right.
can't wait. I mean, that's going to be incredible. But yeah, some of these are like when you do this down south. We'll touch base on the DIVs and the JGD hunts. That's like you're just going for old history and Civil War.
Right.
Those guys, I'm pretty sure, don't have any seeded hunts to those hunts. But Andy's right. On a natural hunt, you can go all day and get bupkis, and there could be a guy 50 feet away and he can just crush it. He can find a coin spill. But if you're there just to find as much as you can, that's not what these are for. They're to get out and get into some areas that, like, especially if you're like a city person and you don't have the ability to get out to farm fields like some of us do.
Right.
It's a great way, or even for older people that have slowed down just a little bit, it's a great way for them to get out without the pressure of terrain, because generally everything's in a mode to a degree. So
Heck yeah.
heck yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, are you ready for this? Because we got a lot of guests. I got 3 guests in the background. They're ready to rip. I think.
I think it's time to start. We got 63 people in here so far.
Bam! You want to bring in our first guest? So Kent and Wendy are up first. We're gonna pretty much
Woo-hoo!
bring them in and kind of hear them out, see what they're all about, and let's bring them in. Kent and Wendy Davis, guys. Let's bring them in.
Dirt digging PA, man.
Yay!
Great.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
hello.
hey,
Hey, how you guys doing?
good.
Good.
Wow, Kent. I don't wait. Turn your face down a little.
Yeah.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Well, I can just go like this.
No, not necessary.
Oh, well, that's just beauty. That's just not your
Yeah.
So, guys,
Lots of snow in our neck of the woods.
is there? What do you got
Yeah.
down there now? How much? Or I mean, up there? How much snow you got?
About 10 inches.
Yeah, probably about 10, 12 inches on the ground.
Still,
Um,
wow.
yeah, well, we just had that ice storm.
It's crusty.
It rained most of the day the other day, then sleeted for like 6 or 8 hours, then a couple inches of snow on top.
Wow. It makes you want to just go get like a propane tank and a torch. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's ice underneath.
oh. Well, I know I'm excited for the hunt in May. And, a lot of people started talking about it. Everyone's getting into that cabin fever type thing where they're ready to just get out and get to some of these events coming up in the spring. And, your event, I absolutely love it. And last year was just probably my best year there. And you guys are fantastic hosts. And what a great event. I guess, Andy, if you want to start out, if you guys want to talk about maybe how you guys got started in detecting for just a couple minutes, and then we can just roll into the event.
Okay, oh geez, it's probably been 30 years or more now. A guy that used to work for me at my garage metal detected. He had a white, and he always used whites his entire life. He just passed away last fall. Anyway, he got me interested in it, so we bought cheap detectors and just played around. Then I started really getting into it, and fast forward 20 some years, 28 years later, whatever, we went to International Coin Shooters Hunt in Lewistown, PA.
Okay.
And we met some awesome people there. Gary Haynes, Sue Ellen, Sean, Dave Wiltrout. And they're actually our admins now.
Yeah.
That's what got us into wanting to put a hunt on. So then Gary started coming up and helping us, and Dave, he came up and helped us. Sean, he's come up and helped us every year faithfully. And we went detecting down there and all over. We met some great people from Canada, Allison and Glenn. We went up there to a hunt a few years back. Stayed at Allison's house. What a, it's just amazing how many people you meet. Like you guys, we didn't know you before.
Right.
You know, just like to see everybody get together and all the friendships.
It's a lot of fun. It's like a big family. You look forward to seeing the familiar faces that you see every year.
Right.
That's how I met Andy. You know, I mean, Andy and I never hunted until we came to dig it. I met him up at the
We
event.
met dirt digging PA, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is our 8th year. Our 8th year is coming up this year, May 21st, 22nd, and we always have a meet and greet on the 20th. We haven't started any signups for the meet and greet yet because we still got to talk to the lady that prepares the food because of the price increases in food and stuff. We just got to wrap it up with her, and we don't make any money on it. We just, as long as everybody can get together and have fun, we can pay her for the food, pay for the use of the building. That's all we ask for.
Yep. If there's a couple bucks left over, we put it in for prizes for the.
That's what we give out as prizes at the end, because we always try to give prizes away on Friday night also.
Will Daniel be up this year?
Pardon me?
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Will Daniel be up this year?
He's supposed to be, yeah. Daniel's supposed to be up and hopefully putting on another Friday night hunt. Does an awesome job at that.
They're wild.
Yeah. The night hunts are really cool. First time I ever did one is when Daniel had his over here. It would be August of 2020, because we had to move it back because of COVID in 2020. And it was, that's the first time I ever seen something like that.
The first one that I did it just seemed like it was so difficult, but after like one or two after that, it's like, I look forward to that. That is pretty fun.
It is. It's tough to get used to. Like that first time, it's culture shock,
Yeah.
But when you just embrace it for the fun that it is, it's a great time. I usually find myself on my hands and my knees.
Yeah.
We all, and like with our hunts, we try to get as many sponsors as we can, many vendors there as we can. I don't want to, I'm not going to mention names because I know I'll forget somebody and not deliberately forget somebody. I try to remember everybody that's donated everything. We write it down and try to keep track of everybody that donated stuff to our hunt. And we really appreciate the donations. All we can ask for is good weather again.
Yeah,
really. I feel you there.
Well, that's why we moved it up. We used to have it at the end of April, and we found that it was always cold, rainy, snowy, whatever. So that's why we moved it closer to Memorial Day, and it seems like the weather's better towards the end of May.
Yeah, definitely a better time.
Yeah.
Even if it rains a little bit, you don't mind quite as much.
Yeah, you're not freezing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So let's ask them a few questions here. Like where is the hunt located at, guys? I mean,
okay, we're at the Cameron County Fairgrounds in Emporium, Pennsylvania. Our group is Dirt Digging PA. We funded it back on October 18th, 2014. We can fit some more people in if some people still want to come.
Right.
We have a couple spots that came available, so we can actually, fit a few more in. They can contact me or Wendy by personal message. Don't post it in our group because it scrolls right on by. Sometimes we don't even see it.
Right. Yeah. Tell us about your Facebook page. What can you tell the viewers? What's your Facebook page?
Dirt Digging PA. We try to acknowledge, like, when you guys post your videos or whatever, we always try to thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
And we try to do the birthdays, tell people happy birthday, happy anniversary, or we usually go like mother, father, wife, husband. If they pass away, we usually, acknowledge that and ask for prayers for that person. We don't get into like aunts, uncles, all that, because that's just way too many.
We have a memorial bridge at the fairgrounds where members that have been to the hunt have passed on. They've been recognized on the bridge.
The bridge idea came, well, as Dustin knows, how muddy it was walking across from the road to the stage area a few times with all that pouring down rain. So we came up with the idea of getting donations and making a bridge. And one of our members, John Majors, passed away. He had cancer, 45 years old. And he was an admin of ours. We went out metal detecting as much as we could. And his wife even told us that it probably added 3 years to his life or better by us going out with him and keeping him active. So we donated the bridge to him, or dedicated it to him. So we got a plaque on there that says the John Majors Memorial Bridge. But then our past members that have been to the hunt, that have passed away, we get their name put on a little plaque and mount it right underneath that plaque across the bridge. So if somebody had passed away, we try to acknowledge them and let them know that they're not forgotten.
All right, that's very cool.
So you're not just a regular Facebook page. Like your page is kind of like your hunts. It's like family. Everyone on there knows everybody. Everyone actually cares. You and Wendy take time to always say thank you and comment, and it's probably my favorite group page to be on.
And we don't like any drama on our page, and we don't like anybody, talking bad about other people.
Yep.
Because we're all a group.
Yeah. We don't want any bashing, any bad mouthing. We try to control it, and it's been really good. It's been really good for us.
All hail straw beer.
Yeah.
What's that?
All hail straw beer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of our major sponsors. They have actually been a sponsor since the beginning. And they're great people. Rich and Sharon Schatz. Rich works for Straub, and he comes down and puts his own time in, and he does the hunt as well. I mean, he's constantly busy all weekend, but he truly enjoys it, and they're great people.
Yep. Every year the Straub comes out, the Brewmaster comes out with a couple different flavors, so it makes it kind of fun to try them all out.
I had a blast last year. I mean, I'm not a big drinker, but a couple of them little different tastes of beer during the hunt, that's really nice. Just different flavors. I mean, it's amazing. Come on, we grew up, you had Bud and Miller, like now it's like, wow.
And we also they also bring down Gatorade too for people that don't drink, for the kids. We try to get it water as much as we can, like August of 2020, how hot it was. I don't know how many cases of water and bags of ice we went through, but a lot.
Yeah. Dustin, why don't you get them to ask about tell them about the hunts that they do? What kind of, is it a seeded or non-seeded? I mean,
why don't we just touch on base on like what kind of different things we're doing in that, as far as like the poker game and some of the other things that are really neat.
Okay, that's my favorite one, the poker one.
Yeah,
we do a poker hunt. Teams of 5, buried in certain areas is marked area. We let everybody know where to go. Team of 5, they're inch by inch, little plastic bags with a penny in them and a part of a card. That team there's 5 on a team. One person goes out at a time, gets their card, comes back off the field. That as soon as that 5 on that team's done, or say there's 4 on that team, one person goes out extra. As soon as that team's done, they come back up. Best hand wins. All 5 people get a prize. Actually, Wendy just got them done here a few weeks ago.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine, Wendy.
She did it all by herself. Yeah, her hands are. I can't do it. I cannot open them little bags and seal them little bags as fast as she can.
We used to use it with tape. We tape them all up, and then they were hard to get off, and the water would get in there.
Yep.
Little bags work pretty good. They're just a pain.
So this year we had a couple suggestions last year. When we do the poker hunt, we were trying to find out who's on team 1, who's on team 2, team 3, you know.
Right.
So we're going to put flags out there. It says number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, whatever. This is where your team is. Go to that flag number.
It only takes about 20 minutes. 17 over here.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's always one slacker at the end. Is like, where's my team?
Yeah.
Then we do a everything hunt, which is everything. It's could be junk, silver, gold, whatever,
jewelry,
coins, silverware, like what's in your background there, relics, whatever. And once in a while, we'll bury a cache out there, different areas, and just load it up with stuff to see who finds it. And we have had other people bring stuff. Hey, can we bury this out there for somebody to find? Yeah, sure. As long as they ask me and tell me that they're going to do it, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Any suggestions? We're open to suggestions, you know, because everybody's been to different hunts, seen it done differently.
Right.
If you have a better suggestion, an easier way or a quicker way or something cool to do, we want to hear it.
Right. Yeah.
And what else? We got there's the poker game, and then what else do we got after the natural?
We have a bottle cap hunt, which is bottle caps numbered. Then there's a lot of bottle caps out there, not even numbered. But if you get a numbered one, it's some kind of prize.
Right.
It could be a flashlight, gloves. It could be a backpack. It could be a hat. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Then we have detectors that we give away. Then we have 50/50s. We have a silver hunt on Sunday afternoon. It's the end of the day. But everything that's left over, if there's anything left over, all goes into the silver hunt. We have a token hunt, and the token hunt is basically just like the bottle cap hunt, numbered tokens. We change the color every year, so we know. Only Wendy and I and 2 other people that help us out know what colors they are, and we take pictures of them. So there's no argument, no nothing, you know. Right. There could be, I think there's like 150, 175 prizes there. You can win multiple prizes, or you could not find one.
Yeah,
you don't go away empty-handed. I don't think I've ever left that place. I mean, I've been there 3 times, and I'm just like, I mean, I did really well. I think every time I've
now like Straw Beer, they'll number some of their tokens.
Yeah,
bury them out there, and he actually gives away cases of beer or bags of like hats, t-shirts, glasses, drinking glasses, stuff like that. It's plus all the beer that they give away. It's amazing what that company does.
And just so everyone understands, this is not like we are talking beer, and I'm gonna make it known. It's not a big drunk fest. Like it's an adult fest.
If
you drink in moderation. Yeah.
If they do see that you've already had 3 or 4 beers, no.
And their sample sizes.
And their sample size, so they're not a full bottle of beer.
Saturday there's a kids hunt too, so we don't want anybody being
not a party
inebriated around the kids.
Yep.
Not that kind of party.
No, we won't tolerate that. And we also say if you want beer, you want to drink beer, you can drink it in your own car, all except for what Straub has.
Right.
Don't be walking around drinking a Bud Light
with straw.
If it's something that they gave you as a sample, we're okay with that. We always ask people that smoke. We don't care if you smoke. Pick up your cigarette butts. Do not lay them on the ground, because Monday after the hunt, a bunch of us will walk through there and we'll pick every little piece of paper we see up, because we want to give the place back. Plus, we give a donation to the Cameron County Fairgrounds, but we want to give the place back cleaner than what we found it.
Now, I do have a side question. It seems like I could never get a straight answer. Is there fish in that creek out back?
Yes, there is.
Fly
Okay.
fishing only, though.
It's fly fishing
Fly fishing
only,
only. Okay.
and it's catch and release.
No, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can actually, even if they work it out with you, they can camp there too, right?
Yeah, we allow camping there, and all we ask is, there's no set donation. Give us a donation that goes right. Whatever we get for that, we write it down on paper. We give it right to the fairgrounds.
They just have to let us know that they're coming with a camper or whatnot, so we have a place for them.
Right.
Might have to look into that.
Yeah, see, Andy, you got the camper, man.
Yeah.
That'd
And
be
if
fun.
you go on our page, at the top on the pinned post, there's the hunt info. Somebody could click on that, open the link up, or if they need it sent to them, they could, like I said, PM me, PM Wendy. Not a problem.
Do you see that it says, is there gold in the creek out back?
I couldn't answer that question because I never looked.
Pretty
Well,
doubtful.
Pretty doubtful, though.
The person sending it, they're called flash in the pan. So my answer to them would be, you'd have to actually pay for the hunt, and then you could find out.
Here you go.
There you go. And there's been a change of scenery at the fairgrounds for this year. They were going to have a mud run. And I don't know if you remember the patch of woods from the road where you go into the field.
Mm-hmm.
That patch of woods is not there anymore.
What?
Yeah, they cut all the trees down. They were going to have a mud run in through there. Then the original property owner found out that, no, you can't do that without asking. So they stopped the mud run. Now it's just plain open. We're kind of hoping it isn't real soft and muddy. We might be able to use that little bit of extra for our hunt.
Yeah, that would be neat. But that's going to be wild, like looking at that and just because
it is.
all these years being like, well, it's different.
Yeah,
Definitely.
How many participants do you have in the hunt? Like, how many more do you have spots left that you guys have that people?
Yeah, we
check
can
out
put
the
a
page
few
and
more
if they
in.
want to sign up.
I didn't even look at the list. I haven't looked at the list for a few days
We
now.
probably have about 10 spots.
Yeah, I'm
something
thinking
like that.
we've got about probably 10 to 15 spots that
10
we can
spots
do.
only.
If that. Now we've had a few.
Well worth it.
We've had a few back out, but then we've added a few more. That happens every year. I mean, that's something you get used to doing.
Well, I tell you what, I've grown to actually love the event, love you guys, love the area. I mean, I never look forward to staying to like a little motel like I do the Buttonwood, and then getting that meal every morning.
The breakfast is awesome.
Yeah, Buttonwood
They have
has
good
excellent
breakfast.
breakfast. Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
that's where everybody stays, man.
Yeah.
And I've been staying for the last couple of years next to Pat and Sue.
Yeah.
And so it's nice, and Bill Ramberg.
Yeah.
Who just had his birthday. Happy birthday, Bill.
Right.
But it's just nice because usually eat breakfast with all those guys, and I really look forward to it. So
Yeah. That's they put on a wonderful breakfast up there. Matter of fact, we had a couple of gift certificates for Christmas for up there. We went up and made a few times.
Yep. You get a lot of food for your money.
you really do. And listen, if like you slip me a gift certificate for there, I won't complain. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying,
Just tell the owner, me. She knows me real good. So
she'll probably charge me double.
Probably.
yeah, you never know. She'll say, "You poor guy, you know him. Here, you deserve a free meal."
Well, is there anything you guys want to add before we move on with the program? Like anything you feel you need to get out there, or that you want to say in light of,
Nothing I can think of. We do have, like Wendy was saying earlier, we do have a free kids hunt right after lunch on Saturday, and you don't even have to be in the hunt. Say you want to bring your kid, somebody that's in the hunt can sponsor that kid. We don't care as long as the kids get to hunt, have fun, have a blast. And what's really crazy is this one kid from St. Mary's. He's sponsored by the lady that makes our fudge, Sherry Schillinger. I don't know if you guys tried the fudge.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
Well, anyway, his name is Parker. This boy is the luckiest boy. The first year for the kids hunt, he won the grand prize metal detector. The second year, I think he's up to number 3 now. Last year, I didn't even have anything to do with it. I just walked away and watched, and he still won. It's like, so what was really funny about the whole thing was Sherry signed up or did the 50-50, but she said, or she wrote down her name is AKA Parker. And if she won the 50-50. Lucky little boy. He's a great kid. And his mom said, and that's what I like to hear. The first year he won, on his way home, he had the metal detector out of the box in the back seat, put together. As soon as he got home, he ran in, got batteries, put batteries in it, and metal detected for 2 or 3 hours afterwards.
Wow.
And the stuff he found in his own yard is just amazing.
Oh, wow.
She prints us hats up, actually. I have her do our Dirt Digging PA hats. We have hats that we can sell, or we give, or a lot of times we give a bunch away. And we'll be having t-shirts actually too coming out here within the next probably month. Anyway,
I knew that was coming. Yeah,
t-shirts will be coming up. Anyway, we went up there the one day to pick up the hats, and he said, "Don't you go anywhere." He had to run out and show us the stuff that he found metal detecting in his own yard that he was so proud of, and it was really cool.
It's nice to get a new generation of kids into it.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to, like our one admin, Dave Wiltrout, the SWPA regional hunt. Yep. He has a bunch of spots open for his hunt. It's in June. They could PM Dave or go talk to Dave. We like to, if somebody wants to post another hunt that's open on our group page, we allow that.
Well,
we try to help each other out as best that we can.
We might be able to bring him in then. I'm sure we could bring him in for a little segment too in the upcoming weeks to talk about his show as well.
Yeah. I'd PM Dave Wiltrout and ask him because we've went to his hunt the last 2 years, and this will be his 3rd year coming up, and it's a great time, and it's similar to ours, and they do a wonderful job.
Well, I tell you what, we absolutely love having you guys on. We appreciate everything you've done and what you've done for what you've done for the hobby, and I'm glad to call you guys friends. And I really
this is our new addition right here.
Oh my! Oh, must have.
That's our new addition. So she'll be making an appearance at the hunt, I'm sure, a few times.
Yes,
awesome.
She is just a big baby,
and that's one thing I love. I love the kennels now with the people that have their dogs at the event. You go up and it's
we don't have a problem with that as long as the dogs are on a leash.
Uh-oh.
That ice got them.
We got the.
We didn't yank you guys. I think it just was a lag.
Well,
but
I guess probably ought to move on. I guess then.
Yeah,
hey, I'm here.
Oh,
we lost your picture.
We can hear you. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and move on. And we just wanted to tell you guys we love you. We thank you. And we look forward to seeing you in May. And anyone out there that is interested in dirt digging PA, the easiest thing to do is go to their Facebook page and go ahead and get on there. Get on the Facebook
took
page.
Him out.
And they'll be able to help you out. And I think when you go to these, if you're in, Pennsylvania here, it's worth the money to go. Okay. I'll tell you that it's worth the money to go.
Yeah. I've been there 3 times. How many times have you been there?
I think 3 now, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4. I've missed 1 year. Yeah. I missed 1 year and I'm not going to miss any more. So yeah.
Shoot, I mean, we could have talked about that hunt freaking the whole show, but we got 3 more people we got to bring in here, so we'll have to keep it rolling.
I got to bounce out for a second to let this cat into another room.
Yeah, I might do a giveaway.
Yeah, that would be the time. I'll be right back.
Let's do a giveaway. Let's see if we can screw this up, everybody. New England. Booyah. All right. So I'm going to try this out, a new tool. Hopefully I don't screw it up. We're going to see how it goes. So if you're in the chat, you're chatting, you'll be entered into the giveaway. And it's pretty easy, really. So everybody's chatting along here. If you're not chatting or saying something, just say something and you'll be entered in. So wait a little bit here. I'm going to read some of the comments here. People said they love my giveaways. Yeah, it's been a struggle. So we're getting up there. We're at 50 entries right now. There's 86 in here.
Oh, if I may.
Yeah.
All right. 3 weeks ago, we did a giveaway.
Okay.
I absolutely dropped the ball. Andy sent me the info because of how because I'm an idiot. All right, I delete out stuff in my phone, to save on data and all that. Anyway, long story short, if I owe you, and I think there's 2 or 3 people I may owe stuff to, I have the items pulled. Send Andy the message, give me your information again and what you won, and I will get it to you. And you do have my apologies, and I'm sure I'll throw something extra in there for you. So keep that in mind, guys. If I owe you, it's not forgotten. Just give me your info.
We're at 63, 63 entries. Yeah, he didn't mean it, guys. 64 entries.
We have been like in the high 80s now with people watching. That's pretty nice. Thanks, guys. We appreciate the support, especially if there's any new people in here. I haven't had a chance to look in the feed in the chat because of interviewing, but I see some new people in here that I've not seen before. And
Ski Searcher's in here, my boy.
Yeah. I see Squeak's here. Squeak, do you guys just like wake up and metal detect, get on the live stream every day, go to bed, sleep and dream of metal detecting, and then wake up the next day and metal detect? Is that what you 2 guys do all the time? Because if you do, you need to adopt it. Yep, sign me up. Hey, baby.
All right, you ready for this?
What we giving away?
Oh, good question. Let's
one free Andy.
We got 4 giveaways tonight, guys. So hang out. They're all pretty good ones. We're each gonna do 2. I'm gonna start out. You want me to start out? I'm gonna start out. All right, I'm gonna do an Equinox stand. I had one of these before, an Equinox stand. A lot of people like these things, and the arm cuff or whatever the hell. It's like the brace to keep it from your hand sliding up.
Your hand
in there as well. It's a nice little kit. It's kind of a combo kit.
May I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Where I saw Andy use that to a lot of success was at the Digging PA hunt. You got a lot of people walking around. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone get their detector broke sitting on the ground. And for the people that step on their detectors, now I know a guy who's done it a million times, Jerry Ross, and you know, this helps you keep it off the ground so you don't step on it. So
Right.
there you go.
Look at your
Thanks,
comment there, buddy.
Todd. Thanks, brother.
Bam! I told you.
Bam! Cook with emerald.
All right, let's do this, man. We got 71 and 81. People are
All
popping in and out, but if you're in the chat,
Yeah.
you're commenting, you are entered into this giveaway. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it moving.
So you
All
guys know that for the new people, this is me. I am just this little bit, so it's not an act.
Let's get it
Hey,
on.
Robert's here. Rob's here. He's ready to talk.
We're going.
All right, come on. You got your thing going? Let's do this.
We're spinning around here. All right, we're going to draw for it. Ready? Go. Go. Spinning.
Okay.
It's gone.
Oh, that's really cool, dude. I love that.
Oh,
That is neat. Oh, wow. That is so cool.
Paul's metal detecting find.
Hey! Is Paul here? Thanks, Dawn. You're awesome, too.
I hope he is.
Because if Paul ain't here, he's not getting this gear.
That's right. Paul, if you're here, say something, buddy, so we can track you down here, and we're going to move on.
Or if someone knows him.
So,
I see my boy Michael Vidovich is here from West Shore Hobbies. Yeah.
oh, there you go. He's hooked us up.
Yeah, he might have something
Thanks
for
for
us
that.
tonight.
We have a gift from him tonight as well.
Yep. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Don't tell him yet.
I ain't telling him. Is Paul here?
Where is he at? TikTok, people say. TikTok.
Yep. Alan said redraw. He said redraw. Let's redraw.
Man, all right. Let's redraw. Hopefully the next person's here because we got to get moving.
Yeah. Lots of info.
Lots of info. That's right. Good Lord.
Oh, he is here, but he said to redraw. So he's playing it forward. Thank you, Paul. Congratulations, and thank you for playing it forward. So, all right.
Okay.
Okay. He's here, but he sold his Knox. So let's do it over, baby.
We don't want to share this screen. See, now there's
Oh, yeah. Specific. Is it just specific to a Knox, or can it work on any shaft? Or don't you know?
That's just for the Knox.
Okay. So that's a specific person to give that to. So let's hope the next one has a Knox. If you don't have a Knox, let us know. If you win it and don't have a Knox, we'll move on. You ready, Ian?
Yep. All right. Can you see me spinning around?
Nope.
Because I didn't share this.
There you go.
All right. Bear with me, folks.
Yeah, some of this technology we're just learning here.
Here we go.
Yeah, at least we're not
new to the. All right, so he won. Oh, okay. It did do it. Is she here? You don't see it, do you?
No, it didn't. It didn't pop up. I don't even know what you did.
All right, let's move on. It's like it's froze on the screen.
Oh, okay. I see. You got a lot going on the. There we go.
Well, you keep talking about stuff till I can figure it out.
Yeah, just, we got the next one. You know, I would say this: if we have someone waiting, we should probably maybe just push this giveaway back and bring in our guest, because no sense making them wait while we give something away. Not to say we're not going to give this away, guys. We could just do it later. It's a long show. As many of you guys know, I know you guys hang out a long time because sometimes I'm making you go to bed.
Right.
But yeah, we have the next one is we're going to be doing the Florida hunt. Florida Hunt 8 with Greg. I hope I say it right, Papalo. And then Shelly Williams is going to come on and talk about her experience there as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting because that's a place that my wife and I have been to down in Florida, and now that there's some detecting events down there, you never know, I might be able to coordinate a trip down there, and just so happens to have a metal detecting event going on while I'm there.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm actually good now. Let's
What do you want to do? Do you want to do your giveaway or what?
Yeah, we're good. I just had some confusion with the double screen action. It's technology, man. It's killing me.
Okay. Well, you call it. What do you want to do?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it right now. I think
All
we're
right.
good.
Okay.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
So what are you doing?
We're gonna do it.
The giveaway? All
We're
right.
gonna draw.
There it
You
is.
seen it?
There it is. There it is. I see it,
There it
baby.
is. Finally. Please be here. Michigan Gems. I bet
All right.
Michigan Gems is here.
All right. Michigan Gems. I just saw
I hope
them.
so.
Yeah, they're in here. Yep, they're in here.
Good. You figured it out.
Yep. And they're here. So Michigan Gems, congratulations. You won.
Hopefully they have the Equinox. If they don't, they're gonna have to give it to their buddy.
We're not gonna give this thing away again.
Yep. But no, sorry about the confusion, guys.
Yes.
We got to figure it out.
We got to figure it out, and that's the important thing. And it's a nice little gift, and someone's going to enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, mail it to me, and I'll enjoy it.
We almost had a New England moment there.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Was
So let's talk about Florida Hunt 8. Do we got Greg ready to roll in?
I think he is. He's in the background.
Yeah. Let's bring
real quick
Greg
before we
in.
bring him in. Well, we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, let's bring in Greg. And he can talk to us about his event, and we'll ask him some stuff. So, Greg,
Florida
everybody, what's that? Yeah, Florida Hunt 8, Greg.
Papalo.
Welcome
Is it Papalo?
You can say it that way. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Papalo?
Yeah. Papalo, Papalo, depends.
Papalo? Okay.
Yep.
Hey, I'm a DiAgostino, so they butcher mine too, buddy. So
I'm originally from New England, so
Okay, forget about it.
So, Greg, it's nice to meet you. We've never met before. Welcome to the show. We're glad you agreed to come on. We're both really anxious to hear about what you have to say because we don't know much about your hunt. So,
yeah. Tell us about yourself, and then a little bit about yourself and background in hunting and detecting.
Sorry, guys. I've been detecting for about probably 14 years, give or take. When I moved to Florida from Connecticut, I wish I detected up when I lived in Connecticut, but I didn't. But I have a Knox. That's my main weapon of choice, an 800. I also have an 18 Max as a backup. Let's see. I'm mostly relic hunt. Haven't really been to the beach. People I'm starting to get a little interested in beach hunting, but maybe I don't know. I just didn't have luck when I first started, so I just kind of stuck with the relics. I love history. I'm a big history guy, so anytime I can get a coil over the soil, I'm a pretty busy guy. So if I get out with whoever, and get some coil time. The area that I'm in is north central Florida. It's about 30 minutes from where the Florida Hunt 8 is going to be and where Florida Hunt 7 was and Florida Hunt 6.
Is that near Orlando?
We're about an hour and a half north.
Like Kissimmee and all that?
Yeah, we're about an hour and a half north of there. Yeah, Kissimmee, but that's okay.
No, I like saying it, Kissimmee.
Yeah, that's right. I did it too when I moved here, so you're all right. But no, so most of my places that I get to detect down here, and most of my hunts have all been through customers of mine in my part-time job. I work in a major, a Home Depot. I don't know if I could say that on here, but yeah, I work. And when I'm making paint for folks, they they'll say, "Oh, I'm painting my barn, I'm painting my house," and I'll be like, "Oh, how old is it?"
Yep.
Long story short, and we don't get many really old homes getting painted around here. But every once in a while I do get one. But that's how we ended up getting a hold of and becoming friends with Dan out at Camp Freedom, with Soldiers Freedom Outdoors. It's a nonprofit. What they do is they have almost 300 acres of the camp, and then they have surrounding acreage, that they do various things on, whether it's hunting, fishing. You can kind of the vets go up there for free. It doesn't cost them anything. It's a 4-day retreat they usually go through. But the first event we did out there, we had maybe 70, 80 people. We raised about $7,000, $7,000. I get a matching grant from Home Depot up to $3,000. So we raised almost $3,000, and Home Depot matched me to do that. Then last year, being that COVID was a big thing, we had about 600 people sign up, but we had about 340 show up. But we had a lot of people that they didn't feel too good, so out of respect, they were like, "Listen, hey, we're not going to come." And I said, "Well, we don't know where we'll be next year. I don't know year to year where we're going to be."
Right.
So hence Florida Hunt 8, we started, talking to Dan. We were looking in other properties, and they ended up opening up 450 more acres just south of the property. So we have almost 1,000 acres now.
What kind of, is it historic area that you're
Melrose? It's in Melrose, Florida. The area, the small town, goes back to 1539 when DeSoto fought the Indians. They killed several thousand Indians in the Melrose area. Melrose is known for its Indian burial mounds, and just Indian. People find a lot of Indian artifacts, around the lakes and so forth. There's a lake on the property called Indian Lake. No one's magnet fished that I'm aware of yet, but I know a lot of folks are bringing their magnets this year. We cannot go in the lake. It's just because of alligators being Florida. We have waivers, but the waiver doesn't cover getting your leg bit off by an alligator. I don't think. The map that I have and was given dates back to 1830, and from what I've heard from some of the locals, I'm actually in touch with some more locals now that found my hunt on Facebook, and they had family members that actually worked on the plantation or were caretakers of the property after the plantation was destroyed, I guess, or what have you. And people have found everything from two Spanish reals were found there. Both were $1, and they both were around the plantation home. Well, the area, we now know that's where the home was,
right,
in the northern part of the field. We've had some Union officer buttons found. We know that the federal troops had come through there when they went to go down to Gainesville. There was a skirmish in Gainesville. They call it the Battle of Gainesville, but it was more like a running battle between cavalry and
right.
artillery. So, and then you had Olustee only about an hour, north or hour and a half north of there, where it was, Florida's biggest battle in the Civil War. So, but yeah, we have a seeded hunt this year. I don't normally. My hunts are always mostly natural.
Right.
I don't do typically seeded hunt, but because this is the last event that we're having on this particular property, I've bumped it up a notch, and we had gotten some silver, and some large cents and some Morgans, and I've posted up pictures on the page, and everybody's excited. We've got some vendor donated items that are going to be put. Some form of token will be in the ground for those vendors. We've got vendors from everything from veteran-owned companies, to pretty much, most of your well-known detecting companies, the manufacturers. You know, we've got Knock the Macro coming out. We've got Garrett coming out. Mind Lab, and Deb from Mind Lab's got something really cool she's going to do this year. We're not letting that out the bag till the meet and greet on that Friday. I'm under lock on that one. What's that?
He has that sweet Mind Lab Jeep.
Yeah, she had that last year. Everybody was taking pictures next to it and everything.
Yeah,
they had that at Come Out Swinging 2 years ago. They had the Mind Lab. Yeah.
I think she's got a trailer this year too. I don't know if they've wrapped the trailer too, but she's bringing a trailer too. So, you know, then I've got various, you know, smaller vendors, you know, from pretty much the whole East Coast. I've got, you know, all the way from, you know, the DA crew up in New Jersey. Ronnie was Gold Digger. I've got specialty Chuck Smalley. I don't know if you guys know any of these names, but I'm just kind of giving a little shout there. Chuck Smalley up in
you have
some prospectors.
Do you have like KG or Ringy or?
Yep. I've got KG and Ringy, and this is their second year actually coming to the event. Florida Hunt 6, they sent a bunch of swag out to support the veterans, and that was well received. And, you know, and I've kind of become good friends with those guys, and I always talk to KG every once in a while through Facebook and stuff. And then we've got, which I tried really hard for 5 months to really get him here because he lives in Florida, and that was Gary Drayton.
Yeah, you get him?
Yeah.
Was he more accessible than maybe you thought he would be?
Honestly, once it happened, it was pretty quick. You know, it was kind of, you had to wait for the ink to dry in a paper for someone to give the green light, you know, and it's,
right.
You know, and then when I got the call, I couldn't help but, you know, get excited and get on the page, because the minute I get some kind of news or something, I'm on the page sharing photos and what have you. The other guest we have, which was kind of surprising because I saw her talking about being in Florida Hunt 8, and I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something? And that's you know, Gypsy Jules.
Yep, I was waiting for that.
Sending her out here as well. We also have, going back to my vendors, we've got First Texas Products coming too. You know, one of these years I'm gonna get the Deus crew out there. I know I was in contact with them, but they've been really busy. So, you know.
What are some questions, Dustin, you want to ask him as far as, like, if you were a viewer looking to go to the hunt, like what?
Oh yeah, I got questions now. So
he's got the.
How many days is it?
We are, what's today? Sunday. We are, I think, 12 days away.
No. How many days is the hunt?
The hunt is actually
12 days.
2 days. Yeah, that'd be a killer hunt. 2 days for the event, and Friday we have a meet and greet.
Okay. Are you doing a night hunt or something Friday?
No.
Or okay?
No, it's just a meet and greet, and usually the places we usually pick a small business. We pick small businesses and we support them. Like we had a burger joint last year, and they hadn't, because of COVID, they almost were going to shut down, and we had that place for they stayed open late for us. The one this year, sure. I've actually got to call her when I get off here, because she finally got back with me, and we're going to probably have that restaurant for ourselves and for a while, you know. And we've got a few folks coming. I know. Okay. Let me think back here. I'm trying to remember. I've got so many things going through my head here, because we've got some other VIPs coming, which I don't want to forget. Which Russ got from First Texas, Jeremy from Alabama. I don't want to butcher his channel, Hunting Alabama, I think it is, or something like that.
That's exactly what it is, Hunting Alabama, I think it is.
Yeah, and then we got Audra, and then Lucky Jin is the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, she's coming.
You got some people coming out.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of videos coming out after that.
Yeah, you know, last year I didn't get it. I had to go to everybody else's photos and videos because I literally was running around. I mean, it was just nonstop. And I've got a lot more volunteers this year. Every year we try to improve on what could have gone better the year before. So one of the things was having more volunteers.
If I was coming out of state, well, let me ask you this. How many people do you think you have so far this year?
We've got almost 600 on the page, and I want to say at least 400 are new. I mean, from what everybody's saying, and the amount of people that are booking a hotel, I want to say we'll probably hit 400.
How
We have
is
people that are
that-
joining just to see the hunt and just to kind of see if they want to go next year. You know,
how in the heck does that even start out? Like, how do you get 400 people? Like, I've seen 100 people move slow at the beginning of a hunt, of a natural hunt, trying to migrate out to different areas. How the heck do you get 400 people, or do you start them at different? Do you have different start?
No, we start at one in the beginning. We'll start at one spot, you know, and we'll have the words. You know, Dan from the camp will speak, and I'll speak, thanking everybody, and then like last year. We had a friend of ours, you know, we have a prayer before the hunt. The year before that, we had an army chaplain out there.
Nice.
And then we blow a horn, and we've got we've got a lot of people bringing golf carts this year. I've actually got a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine that are actually donating golf carts for the volunteers to use.
Right.
We've got one specifically just going to the 450 down below, which they just cleared about 80 acres of that. Like literally mowed everything down. And then we also have, there was a spot that they use, and it's fill dirt is brought in from various small towns, I guess. I didn't know it was down there because we have never been down there. So when I did the tour and there was some old fill dirt from an old town just not too far from there, they knocked down like 5 or 6 old 1800 buildings, and all the old dirt was brought out there to be. And it still had, so I know when I did my video last, a lot of folks were like, "Oh, I know where I'm going." And then we've got the folks that want to go north and look for the plantation.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just
wow.
you get tired. It's literally there's a trail that goes around the whole lake, and then there's trails that splinter off from there.
How big is the field that 400 people are doing a seated hunt on?
Oh, I wish I could have had the picture. I want to say it could be about 50, 60 acres.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we're probably using half of that. I know I'm putting almost 180 tokens in the ground, and there's going to be everything from buffaloes to Indian heads scattered.
Wow.
There's going to be, and then I've got at least 10 tokens from one of my vendors at Cannon Beach Treasures. They're putting out 10. They're giving me 10. We're doing 10 tokens for them to. They have 10 different coin sets, dating back from, you know, the ADs, like the Roman coins, all the way up to early 1800s, and we've got and then we've got Chuck Smalley's doing a gold nugget token. If you find his token, you can win a 1 ounce. I don't want to say what size it is. I'm not sure if it's 1 ounce or whatever, but you
get a gold nugget.
Yeah, and I mean we've got so many vendors. We've got we've got Adventures in History with Mark Hoover, Gary Penta with metaldetecting.com. KG and Ringier have their own setup as well. They'll be at the Garrett tent.
So Mark Hoover's going to be there too.
Yeah, Mark Hoover. Awesome. Cool, Mark and Gary both have. Normally they would be helping out. They'd be in the Garrett, but we've got so much going on. They all have their own separate tents this year. I've got Shelly and Dawn. Can you dig it? They're doing. I mean, everybody's doing raffles, and honestly, that's where almost half the money comes from.
Right.
Last year, and I didn't say this before, we raised almost $20,000.
Wow.
And then after Home Depot, we hit almost 23,000. That wasn't even including the money from the barbecue lunch that they had. We were selling plates of barbecue for $8 on Saturday. And this year,
a great time.
Yeah, and that's why every year it grows. And I kind of take some stuff that didn't go well the year before, and we correct it, and then or things that get recommended after.
Yeah,
bring it into the next year. And like next year, we're already thinking of, it won't be a Florida hunt next year. We're going to probably take a year or two off in Florida. But we're working with the camp to, we're looking at we're looking at, they're actually looking to expand a camp in one of the Carolinas. We've already got 400 acres, hopefully about 300 to 400 acres, as many as we need in South Carolina.
Wow.
For a hunt. But North Carolina, the property that they're looking at might be a couple hundred acres. So, and I don't know the area. So if you guys got anybody in the chat or that's, from South Carolina, North Carolina that wants to be boots on the ground and maybe help facilitate.
Yeah, there could be some in here. I know. There were some groups I sent stuff out to from the Carolinas, so you never know. What and you said this not all, but it benefits veterans.
Yeah, myself, it's just pretty much my wife and I are the ones that facilitate everything, and then we've got all my folks in the background, like Shelly and Dawn, are helping with tokens, and I've got a lady making name badges this year. Ina Finn. It's just a lot of people stepped up this year versus last year. Where last year I didn't get a chance to breathe. This year,
I just want to say, as a vet, I thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm a vet myself. Army 11 Bravo, 88 to 92. Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, man, you ground pounder, you 77 Foxtrot, baby. You drive it, I feel it.
Well, I always walked everywhere. I got, the recruiter.
Yeah, you guys walk. That's all.
Yeah, the recruiter got me with a Humvee. My unit never had a Humvee, so it was a guard unit in Connecticut. So,
I thank you for your service and for your help.
And they become a family up there to me, So.
Oh yeah. What now? What would you want to tell the people? As we're wrapping up this section here. What do you want to tell the people, about your hunt that you think is maybe different or would be attractive? Like if someone wanted to come from out of state to come there. I mean, because you already said a lot of things.
And I'm trying to think where I could go with this. I mean,
now let me ask you this: with all those people, you still get a feel like when we go up to dirt digging PA or come out swinging, you're only looking at 100 and a quarter, somewhere in there. And you really do get to know people year after year, even just by looking at their faces. Do you feel that even with that sheer number of people that there's like that, still that family atmosphere there?
We try to build on it. I mean, there's tons of people that come up, year after year, dating back to the early Florida hunts. And I mean, they stop into town. They stop in the Home Depot. They visit me when they're in town. But I mean, we like to get to know everybody, and we really encourage folks to be in the chat or on the page and sharing videos and just reaching out to each other. And I mean, people are like, hey, what hotel are you staying at? What hotel? And we've got groups of folks that are, hey, people are offering up hotel rooms and sharing. They don't even know, just trying to help people out. We have a lady who couldn't afford to come, and people stepped up and they paid her way, and and they don't even know each other, but they build. And when you finally get to meet them, you feel like they're family. Like I got to meet Russ from First Texas for the first time. I remember when his daughter joined the Air Force. I mean, I've known him for about 10 to 11 years on Facebook, and he finally got to come to a Florida hunt last year and had a good time. And it's just going to be an amazing time. And if you get a chance, and just if you do join the page, just make sure you fill out the 2 questions that are on there, because we've got a lot of people that aren't filling it in. Last year we had a mix up, and we had people thinking it was a hunting event, and we had people like from, I literally had people from hog hunt. I mean, it was it was funny. So So there's 2 questions in there that if you've been to a Florida hunt, this is a metal detecting event, and and just tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're coming from. And we've got people coming from the West Coast. We have Nocta, hopefully, last I knew, was sending Barack again this year, which is one of their lead engineers for Nocta Macro.
Yeah, I met him
last year, and he's looking forward to coming. And I see some folks already asking to join the page. I can see I just got a notification.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing here.
I know it's 2 week notice. It's 2 week notice. I know, or less than 2 week, but
Yeah, but here's the deal, Greg. I've been detecting for a decade. Okay, I never heard of Florida 8. You know what I mean?
We change the number every year.
But you know what I'm saying? I never heard.
Gotcha.
Because it's not in my wheelhouse. We're all talking about PA hunts. It's just now that like people are starting to come more outside, even with the COVID, people are still wanting to explore and do new things. And this is a great way to do it. Like I'm going out of my comfort zone later this year too. So, I mean, and the Florida hunts or even a Carolina hunt would be, that would be fantastic.
I know a lot of the northern folks were like, hey, it's a little bit closer, because most of them are 16 to 18 hour drives.
Yeah.
You know, coming from, I got a guy coming from Connecticut, so I get to kind of. I told him, I said, he better bring me some hot dogs and some pizza or something. You know, that's one thing I can't find down here, even being here since, 99 is good Italian food. But,
Yep. I believe it. Well, my favorite place in Florida was Ybor City anyway. So, I'd go down to St. Pete's and never leave.
Yeah.
Man, it sounds like one heck of a hunt. And I don't know if Andy has anything else for you, but I appreciate you coming on.
Oh, I appreciate you guys having me.
Hey, absolutely.
Hey, do you want to say? Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say you're more than welcome anytime to come back, and if you have anything you want to announce, get a hold of us and we'll help you with that.
Well, I enjoyed. I finally got to catch a stream because I work 2 jobs, so a lot of times it's hard. And I happened to catch it. I was like, "Oh man, this is an awesome show." And then I was in the chat. I think you guys went a little bit long that night. I watched. I think it was like 3 hours or something.
Yeah,
I was like, man,
I
got to hook up an IV of coffee to watch the show.
I quit that night. I said, Andy, I'm done, and I walked off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate it, and I think you're going to see some people that were in here going to be there.
I see. There's quite a few. We know Shelly shared it on the page on the hunt page to come on over, and then of course I'm in there and I share the same thing. I scroll down the page and I see, oh, Shelly already shared it, so I had to delete mine. It was identical posts, so I was like,
Speaking of Shelly, we're gonna bring her on just to say hi to you. If you guys want to say anything or collaborate, I know she's been waiting patiently in the background. So Shelly, I'm sorry, she's back here making hand gestures and doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Let's bring her in. I know you guys have a little bit of a, I don't know what you would call it, a friendship of some sort. She's acting goofy back here. Let's just bring her in quick before she does her. Yeah. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I know that Andy can see me, so the whole time I'm like.
Yeah, he ignores me too, and we're prepping.
Right.
Hey, real quick, guys. I know there's a lot of chat about the bot. Hopefully, I booted the bot. That bot was a pain in my ass.
Woo!
So I'm hoping everything's good now. Sorry about that. But so welcome to the show, Shelly. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, awesome. Very awesome.
And to describe Greg and my relationship is we're like brother and sister now.
Yep.
We had never seen each other's face before we traveled to FH7 last year. We walked in and Greg had a lot on his hands. So Donna and I jumped right in and helped. And this year we're blessed to be able to help in advance a little bit. So we're so lucky.
Yep.
We're so excited. And
they want to leave now.
Yeah, we drive 17 hours to go.
Oh, I would drive right now if I could get there. You know what I mean?
You can fit in our van. Come with us.
Oh, it's horrible up there. I'm hoping we get a thaw in a couple days. But what is it that you like the most about going there, Shelly? I mean,
I'm going to repeat something that people keep on saying over and over again. When you drive onto this camp, a kind of peace falls over you. And being the mother, the sister, the daughter, the cousin, and the niece of many people who have been in the military. My son was in the Marines. My brother's a Marine. My cousin, my uncle, blah, blah, blah. To have a hunt that has such a fabulous direction, an altruistic end, right? So we all go to hunts and, we don't go to find stuff. You get lucky if you do.
Right.
Last year, Dawn and I found, we think the man must have done clock repairs because there were hundreds and hundreds of clock gears and different mechanisms from clocks. And they were great finds. And we were just happy to, have something. But what we found above the ground was, bar none, the absolute best. I mean, I brought Greg and Maria bagels because they're from here and their bagels are crap in Florida. So, crap on a stick. So we brought those to them and we fell in like family. There are so many people that I met. Alice Van Gilder, Dan from the camp, Cynthia Swearingen. The Nokta guys saved me. I fell in front of everybody, like on my face. And Dwight and Chris and I and Barack are, friendly, not just like hi, how are you? You know, hey, how you doing? What's going on? You coming to the hunt? And it's just really a really big family. There's zero drama. It's all for the vets. It's amazing.
Nice.
This
Don't
year,
forget. Go
Greg
ahead.
even took his time to name 4 of the fields, and the fields are named after Gary Penta's son, a gentleman from Melrose who died at 23 years old in combat. Dawn's grandfather, who was in World War II, he's a Merle's Marauder. And
Oh,
Dan's
wow.
mom. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
That's
Oh,
what for.
look who I
Hey. How you doing?
guys. And she's off.
Well,
That was
thanks for popping in.
Dawn's grandfather, Stanley Cobb, was a Merle's Marauder, and we've honored him with a brick at the World War II Museum when we went to New Orleans. And for Greg to select him to name a field after shows, and not just because it's us. I mean, Gary Penta, if you don't know his son's story, I've learned about it since because I'm doing some boards for the event so everybody can know what field they're hunting. Just little touches that Greg puts into the event made it just so special that, you know, I'll never miss it unless I really, really can't go. It was just a peaceful, fabulous 2 days. It recentered me. It reminded me of, you know, why we're raising money. And we, like I said, the people that we met, friends for life. Brian Monroe.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Brian Monroe had a fight. Brian,
That's
it was the ice storm last year that you guys had up there, and kind of like what's going on there now.
Yes.
Brian Monroe had a flight, and his wife. Okay, so they all got canceled. In the middle of the night, because of the ice storm, the flights got canceled. His wife knew how important it was to come to Florida Hunt 7 at the time. They rented a car and drove 19 hours.
Wow, that's
They
crazy.
beat us there.
Yeah, and we have like this whole Navy Army thing. You know, Shelly and myself.
No, I'm
to,
sorry. We have an Army Navy thing. We don't have a Navy Army thing. Let's be clear.
Yeah, well, because Navy
Go
never
Army.
comes first. It's always
Never.
Army first.
You don't go out in the yard and play Navy.
Never.
No.
Never.
I can't swim. That's why I didn't go Marine. That's why I went Army. I can't swim.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, I now this year I can't do it, but I think in the next year or two I'm going to have to come down to wherever you guys are at.
Like you were saying earlier in your stream there, you ever get to Florida, just let us know. There's plenty of folks, especially down that way, or if you're up this way, whatever. I mean, you can get to pretty much either coast in 2 hours. So,
well, yeah, I would love to be there. I mean, I wish I was there now, just to be on the beach, or even to be in a field without ice and snow would be beautiful.
It was in the upper 40s, low 50s today.
Oh, that's balmy.
It was 20. It was 23 here last year. Last week, sorry, not last year.
We definitely appreciate you guys coming on, and what a great hunt, and what a great reason for the hunt, and I can't think of anything better than to promote this. And if you guys ever need anything from us, or matter of fact, if you can give Andy. Nice.
Hey, that looks nice.
If you can give Andy your address, I think we could probably send something out to you guys to donate. I know I have coins and stuff like that, and you can put in the fields, and whatever we can do to help, we certainly will.
Yeah, I'll drop you a message. I appreciate that. I will drop you a message after.
Yeah.
How about social media posts? Like anything you want us to say, or you want to say to the viewers, as far as what should they check out? Your Facebook page. I know Shelly has one.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. I see a lot of it in the chat. People are already sharing the event page, the Florida Hunt 8 page. So I think we've got that part covered.
So you have a Facebook page, right?
For the event, yes. That's how you find out about it. Okay. We've got some flyers locally, and we're getting ready to do a radio show, one of the local radio talk shows.
She froze up.
The next, probably the week before, typically Dan goes online or goes on a radio show, and we're hoping to have get some of the local folks to come on out as well,
right.
And learn about metal detecting and stuff like that. And the other thing is last year we had some donations of metal detectors. It all was started by Boyles. He's in the chat, brother. I appreciate it. And then my lab stepped up and donated several used detectors. So the vets, and then I haven't gotten the call, but I mean the groups are small, 6 to 7 vets at a time.
Right.
But we're hopefully this year, maybe moving into 2022, we can have something where we can go on there on a Sunday afternoon and teach the vets, how to detect. So I know some of the items that were found last year were donated to the camp to put on a shelf and stuff like that. So,
well, thank you so much. God
thank
bless
you for having me. I appreciate it.
We look forward to hearing more about the hunt in the future, and we wish you all the success this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
and
brother.
look forward to the Sunday night streams now.
Oh,
hey, thanks,
great!
man.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Awesome.
Good peeps. Good peeps.
Ooh,
I love it.
I gotta get a hoodie. I'm freezing my butt off in here. But hey, talk to some of the viewers. See who's in here. Say some shout outs.
Well, we got Nikki D. Nikki D's here. Hutton Beach Treasures here. We got Audrey's here, which I saw you say hi. Ram Detecting, Digging the North. Hey, you two kitty cats, cut it out. I get down here and I could be here by myself all day and none of these animals will come around me. And the minute I come down here on a live stream, they all want to come down here and play. You two are paying the butt. Who else do we got in here? Michael Busy Bee Detecting. Danon from Vermont, 717 Detector. I don't know who that is. I don't know who 717 is. Damn!
Oh, I see some new guys coming in.
Oh, yeah. Somebody. I see them Keystone History Hoarders in here.
Got Charles in here.
Yeah, man. Good show last night, guys. That was a good show. We enjoyed it. So you guys know Saturday nights, group of guys that I guess they're hunting in the peripherals of where we're at. It's kind of like we all have our own little regional areas, but the Keystone History Hunters or Hoarders, I should say, Keystone History Hoarders, they do a great show on Saturdays. I think it's 8:00. So stay tuned and check those guys out. They have some killer videos too on YouTube. Sean and everybody else in there. So good job, man. So yeah, I just wanted to tell them they had a good show because I enjoyed it last night.
Right.
And that should be a hint. So the next time something good comes up that in giveaway, that hint,
Nathan
roll it.
Bad.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So what's up, man?
So the bot is gone. I'm glad. Bam.
All right. Yeah. Stupid what was bot. It doing? Was it kicking people out?
The bot, I guess. So basically, I put a bot in there, and I apologize for the bot. He was a real ass. But I guess when people were typing, like people were putting emojis in or caps locks, I guess it's set too sensitive. It was supposed to put our links to our channels and stuff in there, but apparently it backfired. I know there's some people in here that know how to use it better than I do. So there you go, trying to do too much cool stuff and it backfired again.
Yeah.
It always
hey, Swing for the Ring is here. My boy Ace.
Ace, what's up, bro?
Ace, my man.
Awesome.
Missed him last week. He popped in and then went ghost on us. He's from Michigan Detecting Grand Rapids. And Ace is an awesome guy. So let's go on, man.
Allie goes to dirt digging PA every year. Well, not every year because she's in Canada and she got screwed from the Corona stuff. But I'm hoping that she's here. She's there this year because she's awesome too. So thanks for joining in.
Who do we have next now? Do we have Robert coming on next?
Woo! Yes, sir. We got him lined up tonight.
Because Robert,
bring him in
soon. Because Robert can carry a whole dang show. So we gotta. You guys are going to meet the next guy.
He's laughing in the background. He's laughing in the background.
He's a great guy. I met him a few years ago at their very first digging event, and for a first time out, it was a pretty darn good event. anything that needed ironed out of that event, they paid attention to, and I think they have it dialed in now to it's starting to become like a premier event. And it's kind of like getting its own little following, and they've expanded it, I think, to twice a year now. They have 2 different hunts, so Robert's going to have a lot to say, and this hunt is another one that's kind of central to our area and will be coming up relatively soon in April. Beginning of, is it the beginning or end of April?
The 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, second at the beginning of April. So
I'll
this
be
is
there.
gonna,
How about you?
I'll be there with you.
And a lot of people will be there in the chat. I see a lot of people.
Is Matt going?
Matt got his ticket as well. I think I had 2 or 3 of us signed up just the other night. I think it's getting pretty low. So if you guys like what Rob has to say, don't dick around. Can I say that? Ooh.
Sure you can.
Dink around? Whatever.
Dinkle. Yeah.
Dinky
But
around.
yeah, you guys, this is going to be one, just like Dirt Digging PA. If they're filling up, you want to make sure that you take advantage while you can, because once they fill up, there's a reason for it. It's not like like Florida hunt. There's not going to be hundreds upon hundreds of acres, so they only have limited availability. Right. And the thing is once you're into that number that they have set, you're going to have a good time, and they usually have waiting lists to see if people drop out. So make sure after we talk to Robert, you guys, the next 2 guys are going to be the big hunts, a little bit bigger hunts in terms of people locally here, but not as big as Florida 8. That's huge. Yeah, I couldn't imagine 400 people. I would just probably have an anxiety attack and pass out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. It sounds like a good time. Like it could be a wild time, So yeah, man. If you're ready to bring in Robert, let's bring him in.
A lot of people are getting tickets. They're saying in the chat, they're like, "Hey, I bought mine last night. I got mine last night." Yeah. So it's got to be getting close. Rob's probably going to know a little bit more about how much is left for, people to come to the hunt. But
and I you ready to bring this, that area, Andy, when you drive, because you haven't been there yet, right?
They'll be there.
You drive there, you're just going to be like you're going to look left and look right going down the roads, and you're just going to be like, you're going to want to knock on every door because that whole area, the only thing older than that area is Charlie Harley. I'm telling you, that area is old. I don't think Charlie's on, so I got that one.
I have enough time staying on the road around here with looking at all the houses and about going off the road all the time.
Yeah. Oh man, you're looking at colonial fieldstone houses. My wife and I were just on a pivot. Our heads were like boom, 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 boom. We couldn't imagine how beautiful it was. It's like you just drive back into an old colonial community. Yeah. You'll see it. You're going to find out. So yeah, let's bring them on. I'm excited.
All right, let's do this. Rob, Thiessen, everybody.
Man, yo, what's up?
What's going on, man?
It is going on.
You made it back in time.
I did. Thank you. I was my U17 boys travel soccer team had an away game today. The game was an hour and a half away from the house. It started a little bit late. It went a little bit long. But all in all, it was a good day. A lot of travel outside in the cold, but they played a fantastic game. So we're happy about that.
Hey, before I get started, I just need to know, are you going to have the golf cart ready for me to take me wherever I need to go?
Your name came up the other night, right?
Yeah, we talked.
I hope it was positive.
It depends on what you consider positive. I said, I've got this great picture of you. I remember driving you up to the top of the hill, and you and I got up there, and we were just like in awe. Like we just stopped. It was like a moment to pause, and we looked down over this valley, and it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe, forget about the detecting for a minute. Let's just soak all this in. It was just a sight to behold. And I got a great picture of you standing up there with it feels like the entirety of the world is behind you. It's awesome.
If you can, send that to me or Andy, and I'd love to see that. That's awesome.
I will absolutely.
that was a very good event. I really liked it. I had more going on at the time in my business part, and I had to leave early. But when I was there, like just the way you took me around, showed me everything, explained everything. I knew a lot of people that were there for that first event that came, and the setup was just I couldn't believe it. Like, you guys were talking last night about the monster mine lab truck and like just the effort you put into this as a first event, and like it was just amazing to see like that event could have turned into a disaster, like any
Sure.
first event of any kind can turn into a complete nightmare. And that was like the complete opposite. It was almost like you had been doing it for some time and just moved it to a new area, which I know you didn't. But it was just a great job putting that together, and I've paid attention to every hunt since, and it just seems like you dialed it into your own special thing, man. I mean, why don't you tell us a little bit about it, how you got started in this part of it, of the putting on your own detecting event.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's high praise. I had never even been to an event myself, so I had maybe that's what benefited me because I had no real idea of what an event should look like. And usually when I do things, I always tell people I BASF it. So anybody's old enough to remember the commercial from the 80s, the BASF.
Yep.
Remember, they was like, oh, we don't make race cars, we make them faster. We don't make paint, we make it brighter. Right. So I always say I BASF the heck out of that thing. Right. I just took something that was good and I just kind of made it better. But what I knew was good was from talking to people, what they liked about the events that they were going to. And I just figured I just want to make this something so that when people show up, they're comfortable. They feel like this thing has been a part of their life forever. There's no confusion about where they should go or what they should do or how the day is going to go. Just keep everything clear and smooth and, just make sure there's something there for everybody. We've tweaked it a little bit along the way, but, the backstory of the whole thing is probably 3 years before the event, my brother-in-law and I were talking. He got me back into detecting after a long hiatus from when I was younger. And he was telling me about this guy out in York County, Gary Highland, who was working on camp security with the Historical Society out there.
I did that, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, he's just helping them out. They're identifying targets, blah, blah, blah. And then my brother-in-law's telling me about these hunts he's going to down in Virginia and what he's paying to attend these hunts and, how they're raising money and where the money's going and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, we got a local historical society that needs a roof on the building. And, they're having trouble raising funds. So we approached them. Gary was nice enough to come in. He did a little presentation about what they're doing at camp security. My brother-in-law was there to answer some questions. And so, show some of the stuff that he had found. And basically the pitch was, hey, as the Historical Society, why don't you reach out to the community for us, see if you can help us find a location, and we'll put the event on, and we'll raise the monies for you, and you guys can keep up 100% of any monies that are raised. And they liked the idea, but they just didn't see the vision. And then about 2 years went by, and a new board came on, and the new board president, Rachel Kaler, she's awesome. She was just like, calling me up and she's like, you got to bring that back in here. We're ready to run that. We love the idea. We got some new people, fresh ideas. They're 100% behind what you want to do. So, let's sit down and talk about it. And we spent about 3 to 6 months sitting down, talking about it, putting the ideas together. And, I appreciate you said, I think earlier, Dustin, this is turning into a premier event. And that means a lot to us that you see it that way. And that's what we're trying to do. And we do keep it small. We keep it small for a reason. It's manageable. We want that family feel. We want, when everybody comes back together, it's like, oh man, it's been 6 months or 9 months since I've seen you. It's good to see you again. And, they form new partnerships like Charles and Sean, right? Those guys that you were talking about last night, we were on there, like those guys connected there and, they worked it out and, now they're putting a show together and they detect together. And I know that's similar for, a lot of other people. And that's in my mind, what really makes the event special, like that continued camaraderie and people coming out. And, I was listening to some of the other people and some of the comments and you're right, man. It's like, as the organizer of the event, it gives me like agita, like 100%, right? Like I worry, I'm up like the week before all night long counting parking spots in my head. Like, did I lay out the parking right? You know, I do like an aerial and I grid it out. Like you guys, with Dustin, you were the first one. You remember I spray painted a football field with parking spaces.
Yep.
Like I literally painted parking spaces.
Yep.
Because I was just worried, like, are we going to be able to fit enough cars in here?
Yeah, you even had people in there directing people to park and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I knew like the amount of space, you know, because we heard, you know, people were like, oh, where are we parking? Because I sent the map out and people were like, oh, we're parking where the grass is. And I'm like, yeah, people were like, they wanted to kill me. They're like, there could be great stuff under our cars. And I'm like, well, at the end of the day, move your car. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, but you got to park somewhere, you know? So, but
my main complaint off that first event, okay, is just one from an old man's perspective. Why the heck would you put the latrine at the top of the hill and then make us walk that whole big hill down? Man, every time I had to go to the bathroom, I had to kill myself to get back up that hill to it.
Well, you know what they say, crap goes downhill, so you got to put the crap up high.
I just remember walking up that hill the first time. Oh my God. This is
that was that. I'll tell you what, this year's event is, you know, it's a little more like this as opposed to like this. I think the change in elevation, somebody told me, I think the change in elevation from the first hunt, from the lowest point to the highest point, I might be wrong about this, but I want to say that it was like 400 feet.
I believe it. I really do. I really do. But that was fun, though. It really was. What now this year? You're doing a seated hunt as well?
Yeah. So again, you know, there's purists and everything, and the seated hunt people are like, we just do seated hunts, and then the natural hunt people are like, we just do natural hunts. But we invite the community to attend, right? So if you're not a detectorist and you're not going to participate in the natural hunt, and you're just somebody who lives in our area and you see our flyer, you see our Facebook page, or you see some of the posts that we make on community websites and things like that, and you want to come out with your spouse or your significant other or your friend, you want to bring out the kids, that's free. Walk in, roll up, come visit the vendors. You know, we've got the Dennis and Christy Wissinger, who are members now of our Relic Recovery Club. The last event, they put out a display with probably, I don't know, maybe 12 or 15 cases of stuff that they found in the Boyertown area alone.
Wow.
And it was like they brought a museum with them. And you know, the people from the community who brought their kids to participate in the kids' coin hunt, you know, they would go inside and they would see all the stuff. The kids were fascinated by it, right? Like that's, you know, I think it was Wendy earlier. She said, like, you know, getting the kids involved, it's such a great thing. You know, and I always had that as part of my vision, because I go out into the community events and I set up a booth, you know, for the Historical Society, and you know, I'll have 3 or 4 detectors out there, and I'll just let the kids go nuts with them. You know, put some targets in the ground and let them dig them up and show them how to dig a plug. And then, you know, Chris Altman and I were talking about it, and I said, you know, I want to do this kids hunt, and he's like, I'm on board 100%. Whatever you need, I'm there. You know, let me know, right? So Chris has been a huge supporter of that. So we do the kids hunt. So yeah, like last year, I think we did like 35 kids.
Wow. I've never seen kids hunt that big. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. And they, you know, and it was great, right? So I say, you know, Chris Altman, a lot of our members, a lot of the participants who came, too many to list, right? But, you know, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that we don't, you know, appreciate their support any less. But just the flood of donations, like we wound up with piles and piles of coin. You know, Charles Schaefer, I joked last night, I said, I think he donated his body weight in, you know, like Indian head pennies and nickels, right? Like, you know, and it was great because, you know, here it was, these families rolled up, they've got 3-4 kids, they get out of the car and they're like, well, what are we going to do? And I'm like, here's a metal detector, here's a pinpointer, you know, come with me, you know, and then we just teach them proper swinging techniques, and then bam, we find a target. It's like, all right, now we're going to dig this up. Let me show you how we dig a plug. And we show them how to dig a plug. And then here's how we use the pinpointer. Bam. It's other, you know, they're just getting the whole experience. And then Garrett, you know, donated like all these little coin pouches. And then, you know, now they got a coin pouch, they got a poncho, they got the metal detect, you know, so it was like this whole experience. And both days, Saturday, Sunday, it was just, and the thing that really elevated it to the next level for me was, you know, I was there, I was running this, I had a couple of people, you know, helping me, but I, you know, at one point during the day, I looked around and I saw all the people who were there for the natural hunt. There's like 30 of them just chilling in the grass, watching all these kids detect. It was pretty awesome. And they were like rooting them on. Like they were like, you know, cheerleaders on the sideline. Like, yeah, look at that. You got an IHP, you know, you got a shield nickel.
That's awesome. That really is. I can't wait to be here for this one, man.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of tons of YouTube people, man. You're going to have
I hope everybody just remembers to detect, right? Because like, like I love seeing the videos, but like, you know.
Chat.
I'm swinging, baby. I'm swinging.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
come out swinging. That's why it's called Come Out Swinging. It's not called Come Out Videoing, you know. But no, we love it. We love that all these personalities are going to be there. I mean, you know, I know the guy from Florida was talking about all these celebrities. I mean, probably the biggest celebrity we got coming is Squeak, right? So
she's everywhere.
She is, man.
Yeah, but Jason Quarterhorder's going to be there. Jason Quarterhorder.
Yeah.
Squeak will be there, but I think she's there less to detect and more to collect her money from Chris. So
yeah, those guys just live it. I'll tell you. What now we have the seeded hunt. How many acres is the natural hunt?
Yeah, so this year's property is 70 acres. So after we cut out for like parking and setting up game of tones, and the seeded hunt's only on Sunday morning. Then we have the kids coin hunt and the brass and the grass. So we'll probably wind up with about 60 natural acres left, you know, and it's all pastures and fields.
Here's a question. How is it that Boyertown is so old of a town? I mean, what's the claim to fame that town is just so dang old? Is it one of the first towns in Pennsylvania or?
Well, so like the Pottstown area, Pottstown's like right on the river, but Boyertown's legacy comes from iron ore. Yeah, and in fact, you know, it's like legit. You know, you always hear like, "Oh, Washington slept here." So in the neighboring town of Gilbertsville, which is right outside of Boyertown, was Camp Pottstown, believe it or not, and that was a Revolutionary War camp that was set up in this area. It was a pretty big camp. And in fact, there is a house, in fact, 2 houses that legitimately, you know, are documented, you know, that General Washington and, you know, his officers, you know, stayed in the area. There's a church right around the corner from my house. It's a Lutheran church, and they have a painting of General Washington overseeing the troops coming to the church, which was operating as a field hospital. And you can walk into that church's cemetery and you can see the headstones.
Wow, that is like, awesome.
Yeah, like you can just go over there and like touch the history. Obviously, you don't want to touch them because they're like very old and fragile, but it's like, you know, you can be right there on top of that. It's pretty awesome.
I actually, when I was there last, I got permission to do, I forget the name of it's the one antique store, and you got to drive back down the road, and it's not too far from where we were. But I never got back to it.
You never got back. Well, you know, you can always ring a ding ding me, and we can go hit that thingy.
We may just. But yeah, I know a lot of people are starting to pick up on this event from different parts of the East Coast. You know, I think you're getting known even a little bit in the interior a little bit. Some, you know, Ohio people and. Where do you see this event going in the future? Do you think this is going to be something you're going to keep it like same size, same strategy, and then just offer different stuff within it? Or are you looking to get like a Florida 8 type thing where you're marching the troops in by the hundreds?
Yeah, I mean, never say never, right? But you know, my vision for how we move forward this is to kind of keep it like it is right now. Smaller in size, probably maxing it out at 100. There's some efficiencies there, right? We can, you know, give people a good return for their money.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know, if we keep farms in that, you know, kind of 70 to 100 acre range, you know, and then, it gives us an opportunity to be close with the people that attend. We get to, spend a lot of FaceTime with people, sit down and talk and share finds and, do all that stuff. So yeah, I don't really envision the come out swinging event being bigger. There's a possibility that there may be maybe a biannual or something else that rolls out. Cause if we were to come across a larger property, we may consider doing, something like that. But in my mind, I envision that as being almost like a collaborative effort, where the Boyertown Historical Society and the Boyertown Relic Recovery Club are maybe working with another club in their historical society to, cooperatively put on this bigger event.
Right.
That sounds, I mean, and that's kind of what I was hoping you'd say. Because it it's just like dirt digging PA. It's family, You start to get to know everyone that's coming, and, it's kind of hard when there's so many other people there, and, people's egos get bruised if you don't say hi. And,
Right.
it's tough when there's so many. But when it's more, like you said, of a controlled atmosphere, you could do a lot more and build relationships inside of that. And that to me is paramount to what we do. Yeah, I really like the area. I think it's a great area. How many spots do you have left?
So here, the interesting thing is I mentioned the Relic Recovery Club, and generally what happens is, when I find a smaller location or I come across a smaller location, that becomes one of our club hunt sites, right? So if I could, like, go down the road a little bit. So the club, it's like, $25 a year to be a member. If you're a single, and a family membership is $50 a year, and that's like 2 adults and 2 children. But we offer up 3 to 4 club hunts a year. So what happens is, you were talking about like head on a swivel. We did one of our members, Gene Kaler, in fact, the Historical Society's Rachel's husband, he owns PA Craftsman, right? So he restores historical properties like to their original, structure, integrity, and things like that, right? So he did he does nice work too. We did a property that he had just refinished, and while we were in the area, we were like, well, this property could probably handle like 10 to 15 people, but the club has grown to such, and we hate to limit who can attend. So we started talking to some of the neighbors, and then we found a neighbor who had an older property, was willing to let us on there. So collectively, between the 2 properties, we were able to put 10 acres together so that we could put a club hunt on it. That property is not going to be something we would use for a come out swinging event, right? It's too hard to kind of patchwork 5 or 6 properties together,
Right,
and coordinate parking and every other thing, the vendors. So, the problem isn't, and this, Dustin being in the area, the problem isn't the number of farms, right? It's delivering our message that, and I think it was Kent said it earlier, my language is a little different, but when we come to your property, we want to leave it better than what we found it. Right.
Yeah.
So, we want to make sure that you don't even know that we were there. And in fact, at the end of the day, we'll show you the buckets of trash that we took out. Right. You know what I mean? Like and the word is starting to spread. That first property that we hunted, I know those people have been nice enough to talk to some other people in the area and say, like, hey, they did a great job. They cleaned up. The people who came were nice, and they were polite, and they're very respectful of the property, and that means a lot to us, right? Because we policed ourselves in this hobby.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It's
part
of it. Absolutely.
It's a huge part of it, and we have people sign a code of ethics when they come to the events. Like I agree to adhere to these things, and we expect that everybody's going to treat each other nicely when they come. Like I said, it's a family atmosphere. People bring their kids. We want everybody to be respectful. We want everybody to have a good time. If you show up and, you've got some, weird thing with that person over there, leave it in the car. That's right. Leave it in the cars. Let's go detecting. And, at the end of the day, it'll all work itself out.
Hey, I know when I go out there, there's some people that look at me and go, And I just go, okay, and I go my
Okay.
way.
That's it. That's why everybody gets an acre.
Yeah, so how many spots do we have left for this event? Because I know you're getting pretty close to filling up, aren't you?
We are. Yeah, we're at 70.
started.
Yeah. We're at 75 right now out of 100. So
Wow. Okay.
and it's going quick. I mean, like I think we did like in the first 20 minutes, I think we did 30. Obviously it tapers off. Like, but people know it. We have sold out. There has been instances where, you know, we've sold out. There was one hunt where we didn't. And that was on me. It was just piss poor planning. You know, I put us
in the first hunt. I'm sorry, you had more than 100 in the first hunt, didn't you?
We did, yeah, we did. So
I looked around like, holy Christ.
Yeah. Well, you know what we say? It's limited to like 100 registrations, but then, you know, part of our registration process is, you know, hey, I want to bring a guest, but the guest doesn't want to detect. So we say, okay, yeah, you know, just register your guest, right? So then, you know, it's one registration, but it's 2 people, and then we have a junior detectorist rate, you know. So, and then we had some parents who like, hey, I want to come and I want all my, you know, both of my kids want to detect. So it's like the parent and then junior detectorist. So I think we wound up with like somewhere around 110 or 115, you know. And you know, not everybody comes for both days either. Right. So we may, you know, we may say, okay, the registration is limited to 100, but then we'll get emails and people will say like, well, I can only make Sunday. Is that okay? Yeah. You know, that's great. You know, we would love you to be there both days. Don't get me wrong. But if you can only come Sunday, that's fine. I appreciate the heads up. You know, it just helps us with coordinating. Helps me deal with the parking.
I do have to make a couple comments out there. Hi to Sean. Hi to Charles. And no, if I do drop any relics to Harvesters of History, you are not going to pick them up because I'm not dropping them. So whatever I get stays with me. Okay. I heard the story last night. Was it Sean telling you about, or was it you talking about someone dropped the mercury dime in the bucket?
Yeah, we're cleaning out I was cleaning out the recycling bins at the end of the night, and me and Sean were standing there talking, and you know, I'm always amazed at stuff people throw away because that's the interesting thing about, you know, this hobby. You always say like one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like the first event, we had a table set up where people were just coming in and throwing stuff away. And the one woman from the Historical Society was going through the trash bin and pulling stuff out. And there was people standing around the table looking at all this stuff. And I walk over, I'm like, what are we looking at? And Luann was like, oh, this is stuff I pulled out of the recycling bin. And it was like horse tack and, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like, but to some people, like, they don't care about it. They're just there looking for coins or, you know, whatever. And these other people were like, man, that's a full bit. Like, you know, it's brass. Like, why would somebody toss that? But, you know, to each their own.
Exactly. Hey, Andy, what do you think about doing a giveaway real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna say if Rob doesn't mind taking a break, taking a break, get your drinks. I got a translucent cup there. Check that out.
That's pretty cool.
Can we give one of mine away?
It's gone.
Andy, can we give one of mine away?
Yeah, buddy.
You cool with that?
This is your deal, bro.
My world. This is from Michael at West Shore Hobbies. He's been a big contributor, and I think he's coming to your event as well. I'm pretty sure. And so what better thing to have when you're out at one of these events but a finds bag? Essential. Everyone gets a finds bag at some point in their career metal detecting. So this is what we're giving away today. And
I like it.
And Andy got some special stuff too, but so this is the one we're going to give away now.
Yeah. Right. Pretty much I posted down there. You have to just type hashtag the yard. I should have changed that to hashtag New England, but yeah, just let's see how many people we have typing. We have 65 in the chat.
I'll be right back.
We have 45 entries, so people need to quit. They need to start typing quick. Type it in. And then we're going to draw here. I'll give it a minute or two yet. We got 46 typers. But yeah, we have more giveaways to do here as well, guys. So
I see lots of people, lots of faces and names I know. That's awesome.
Heck yeah. People were saying, pick me. Chris from the ground up says, pick me.
Chris. Hey, Chris, I'm getting these signed this year, buddy. Getting these
Ooh, nice books. Yeah.
I probably see Chris 3 or 4 times a year, and I own all of his books, all of his calendars, and I'm always like, you know, how come I'm the only guy that doesn't have signed copies?
All right, you guys ready? I think we let enough time up. We got
That's right.
67 people in the chat and 55 people could have left and stuff there too. So that means, you know, I think we're good. I
They
think
should
we're gonna
hurry
go
back.
for it.
Kevin, you're good, buddy.
They should hurry back.
People better hurry back and type because I'm gonna draw.
I know you, Nathan Babb. I see you there.
I think it's going to be a just terrific event. I mean, I'm really, really excited. And will Drew be there as a vendor again?
Yeah, Drew. Drew will be there. Drew's my guy, man. Like, Drew, you talk about the success of the first event, and Drew was one of the guys I leaned really heavy on. And I was just like, you know, I just got connected to Drew through somebody else. They were like, you talk to this guy, Drew. He's pretty solid. I was like, all right, me and him just start chatting. And he's like, yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to call this guy, call that guy. And then I was like, well, what about you? And he was like, what about me? I'm like, well, you'll be there, right? And he's like, you want me there? I'm like, damn straight I want you there.
Yeah, he gets around, man. He's him and I cross paths a lot in the antiquing business. So he
Okay.
Yeah, I've known those guys for a couple of years, and I know they just had some good news. So
yes, they did. Yes,
not
they
for me
did.
to say, but I'm happy for them.
Well, I think it's on Facebook. I think it's
it is, but still, you know.
Yeah, I get you. That's what I said. I said I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah. Plus, you know, it's good though. It's good stuff. What you ready, Andy, to do this?
Yeah, I'm giving these people time because they're slow, man. They're slow, slower than you swinging.
Hey,
slow and steady.
Did I say that?
Steady wins a race.
One step, two swings.
All right,
One
guys,
step,
we're
two
doing
swings.
this. We are gonna do this.
I know one thing. I just got my 15-inch coil, and I cannot wait to get out and test it.
So we'll have a test garden to come out swinging.
Oh, well, I hope.
And we'll have game of tones. That'll really test you.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that. I'm sure I'm not going to do any good.
Are you guys ready? You guys ready to go?
Yeah,
me, everybody ready?
Here we go.
Do this. We got the diehards here now.
Yeah.
Digging Dad.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
That's because his wife's on right now watching him.
Hey, I know
I saw you in there, Lindsay.
Someone just left a comment asking if Jocelyn was going to be there.
I don't know if Jocelyn will be there.
Yeah.
I know her business keeps her pretty busy.
Yeah,
busy. Woof. Busy.
She's full-fledged into the crazy lamp lady, right?
She is the crazy lamp lady, yeah.
Crazy lamp lady. If you guys ever want to get on YouTube and see really cool video, she goes around to thrift stores and stuff like that and picks things out and then resells them. I love watching those kind of videos, and hers is a good one. She does a lot of local stuff, and she has a little series of cleaning out a house, this real old house where they went in and removed all the old contents, and that's a pretty good one we like to watch.
Hey, not to interrupt you there, but I just got word from a little birdie. There's a big giveaway that it's not from us. There's going to be a $450 ticket given away tonight.
Whoa.
I didn't even know about it. I just got messages actually. So if you guys are still in here, you're going to want to hang out for this.
Hey, I'm gonna sign off and get in the chat. All right.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll tell you what. How about we bring in somebody else that you know really well here. We picked, like I said, we picked event hosts, and then we picked somebody that knows them really well. You know, just to chat with you and just to tell you what they really liked about your hunts that you put on.
Yeah.
And what you had to offer. So let's bring him in with you at the same time here. I know he's been waiting patiently in the back.
I feel like this is your life. This is
What's
your
that?
life, Robert Tyson. Remember that show?
Yeah,
This is your
this
life.
is your life.
Fight
You
Club.
remember
Fight Club.
2000.
We've got this guy behind the curtain right now. He knows all about you. It's kind of creepy.
So
when you
let's
think
bring
about
in. Actually, Corey, congratulations on the prize. I guess you just won the bag, right? Yeah.
Okay, so Corey who?
Corey Mason, digging
Yeah, Corey
dad.
Mason of Digging Dad. Let's bring him
Yeah,
in. He just won that
right.
bag.
All right. So make sure you get your info to Andy, so we can get that sent out to you from what it'll come directly from West Shore Hobbies. Thank you,
Yeah.
Michael.
And I'll put my email. Well, I talk to him all the time, but let's bring him in. Let's.
Yeah, right now he's making a mocktail.
Got it right here. What's up, guys?
It's a
Oh, man,
mocktail.
how you doing,
Oh, I
buddy?
got it. I'm prepared tonight.
What do you got? What are you drinking?
This is a kin drink. It's like some herbal thing I found online mixed with club soda. It's actually really good.
Hey,
So,
Andy,
Corey-
did your keys? Andy, did your keys come yet?
I actually ordered those teas. I'm going to get Corey's story here, and then I'll kind of tell the chatters how it kind of inspired me a little bit. But Corey, tell us your journey on the whole drinking thing, and why do you make the mocktails? I mean, you don't have to go into detail or nothing, but tell us a little bit about that whole situation and your channel. Mention that as well.
Yeah, I sure will. So, yeah, drinking. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm no stranger to liking a drink or two. Kind of all came to a head a couple days before Christmas, and pretty much made the I can't even talk. It's the mocktail. Made that decision to cut liquor or cut alcohol completely out of my life, and it's been nothing but uphill from there, in a good way, not hard uphill. So the whole mocktail thing. So I started another YouTube channel called Mason's Mocktails. And I guess the whole point of it is, for me, I have to have fun doing it, right? So
Yeah.
Nobody that likes drinking likes stopping drinking. So I had to make it fun, and this really made it fun for me. Holds me accountable. I put out a video when I find a new mocktail that looks interesting. And yeah, I'm just kind of rocking and rolling with it.
That's awesome. So you have another channel. You have two channels. Mention your other one.
I do. So my first channel is Digging Dad.
Yeah.
So I'm new to metal detecting. I just started a little over a year ago, and started by watching YouTube. And my kids, will be on the couch like, what's Dad putting on now? You know what I mean? So I put it on my TV, and they're like, Dad, why don't you get a detector? And I did. I bought one at an auction, a cheap one. I'm like, watch, guys, I'm going to find some cool stuff. They're like, well, why don't you do a YouTube channel? I'm like, okay, I'm not that old. I mean, I can do it.
Right.
So kind of just started doing it, and Digging Dad was kind of born.
Name. That's a cool name. It's a little different. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. I feel when I say Digging Dad, I feel like some old guy. I mean, I'm only 42. But, I mean, I have 4 kids, so, I feel a lot older than I am, I guess.
Well, there is an equation of, each kid adds like an extra 5 years to you.
Oh, man,
So,
doesn't it?
so in essence, if you have 4 kids, you're looking at like, we'll say it's 5 years each kid, right? So you're looking at 20 extra years. So you're really 62.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. But no, I mean, it's been awesome. Like getting into metal detecting has been one of the coolest things that I've done in a long time. It really opened up a whole new world. Rob really helped me out getting involved. Nathan Babb, another guy, he's on here somewhere. I mean, you guys touch on all of it. The community is just, there's nothing like it. It's awesome.
Are you a Boyertown guy too?
I am a Boyertown guy, born and raised.
Okay. So blessed with that beautiful area. That's
I'm
awesome.
telling you. Yeah, it's a real awesome place to, get around and dig.
And you're friends with Charlie Harley?
Well, I know Charlie Harley. Yes, I sure do.
Everybody knows Charlie Harley.
Well, I mean, I think he taught my wife one of my wife's classes. I never had him as a teacher, but
I know Charlie's real nickname.
Oh boy, I think Lindsay might have told me that before. I don't remember what it is.
His brothers gave it to him. I'll tell you one day, Corey, on the side.
We're gonna have to do one with him on there one day. I think he can entertain some people for sure.
Oh, I'm sure he can.
I love that guy. I mean, I met him and not in a weird way, but I just fell in love with the person he is and how he carries himself. And he's a privilege to be around. I can't wait to see him. We'll have the privilege of seeing him at a few events, Andy.
Right.
So that's kind
Yeah,
of cool.
well, I've seen him at Dirkden, PA already, but I didn't really talk to him then. You know what I mean? It was one of those things where I was just.
Well, he said he didn't like you, and I didn't want to say anything to you because usually you cry, and I didn't want to embarrass you. But really, I mean, you know, if you talk to him this time around, he might be cool.
All right.
He's very needy. He needs that validation, right, Dustin?
Exactly.
We'll try again.
Exactly.
That's great.
Corey, what did you really like about Robert's events? I mean, what can you tell us a little bit about, like, somebody coming to that event for the first time, like me? I've never been there. What can I expect? You know, what anything that just comes to mind?
Yeah, sure. So the first event I was at was the last one at Fellowship Farm, which it's kind of strange because I grew up working at Fellowship Farm, you know, from a teenage on up. So I kind of knew the story of the place, knew some of the history. I mean, the one house there, super haunted, which I stayed away from. It's in one of my videos. It's in the background. I didn't get that close to it.
Right.
But back to the event, I mean, just meeting everyone is always awesome. As you know, as far as the event, I mean, Rob put on such a cool thing, you know, with the kids there. That's always great to see. I mean, like he said, everyone sitting around, like, watching these kids digging the dirt. It's amazing. It's really cool. I mean, you have some hardcore metal detectorists just hanging out, watching kids fumble around and learn the hobby. So that, I mean, that part of it is super cool. And I'm a natural hunt guy because I don't know any better. So I like going to different places and just seeing what's there. No.
Yeah.
People that tend to enjoy the natural hunts more, they're not really in it so much as for the actual getting out there and getting stuff. They're more about the experience. I mean, it's at least how it is for me, and how I try to share things in my videos is it's just more about the experience of the moment, sharing that particular moment with whoever wants to, you know, tune in and watch it. And you know, that's definitely like the area in the hunt to do that at. You know, just the sheer beauty usually it surrounds those places is just amazing.
Right.
Oh, for sure. And you know, speaking of, I was kind of sneaking through the woods at the last one. You know, just seeing, trying to get away from, you know, the crowd, get out on the fringes. And I ran into Charles Schaefer and Annie Diggs from Keystone History Hoarders. So I got to meet him and hung out with them for a while. And, you know, we talk back and forth all the time now. I mean, it's great.
Good. Well, you guys are awesome. And, you know, is there anything else you could think of you'd like to mention? We now know, so everyone knows that there's only maybe 10 spots left. Is that what it was? Or was it
somewhere maybe closer to 20?
Oh, I'm sorry, 25. I got
20, 25. But that's all right.
I mean, guys, it went good.
Yeah. I mean, we only market it for 2 months, right? And then
boom, so there's about 25 spots left for Come Out Swinging. There's 10 left for Dirt Digging PA. And the Florida one's still open, but you only got a couple weeks left till the event. So, you know, you got basically Come Out Swinging, and the next event we're going to talk about are going to be some of your events that are going to be around here. So, you know, other than going down south or moving to the interior of the country, you know, Come Out Swinging is going to be I think your last closest one to the central PA area. So if you're in that area of central Pennsylvania, that's a good one to get to. New Jersey, Philadelphia, you're in any of those areas, this is going to be like the last one around there until they have their next one. So keep that in mind. And there's only 20 some spots left, maybe. So get on it. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. Definitely looking forward to meeting both of you guys. Congratulations on your win of the bag there. Just send me your
that's awesome.
So just message me and I'll just get it out to you.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'll get in touch.
But it was great having you, Robert. Thank you so much, my brother. I will see you soon enough, and maybe we'll hook up before then. I know sounds like you're gonna be a little busy, but hopefully we can get together.
I got Saturday and Sunday winter soccer right now, so I'm going. You know. Yeah.
I know, man. I remember those days with young kids.
With those kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Rob, let me know if you need help, man. I'm right down the road from you.
I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely.
Hey, you guys, thanks for having us on the show tonight.
Thank
This means
you.
a lot to us. We really appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah, man,
you.
awesome.
Take
And
care,
everybody in the
fellas.
chat, real quick before you guys go, you one more time, people should check out your website down below or your Facebook page. Come Out Swinging, right?
I'm out
Yep, come
swinging.
out
You're
swinging. The
interested?
registration is right on there. If they want to be a member of the club and start participating in some of those free club hunts, join the Boyertown Relic Recovery Club on Facebook as well.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Awesome.
I appreciate you guys coming in, and everything went really smooth tonight so far. So we're really happy with everything. You guys were great guests. So we'll see you guys at the hunt.
Right
All right.
on. Take care, guys.
Appreciate you both.
All right, see you
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Thanks again.
Well, Andy, we got one more event creator,
Yeah.
promoter, however you want to call that. And I think this is going to be a good one.
This is the best one. I mean, not the best hunt, but the biggest one, I should say.
Yeah, relatively close to the area. Now, we're going to, before we go into this one, after this one, we can touch base on a few other hunts that we haven't, really, we don't have anyone in here to talk about per se.
Right.
They're just kind of like, I would call honorable mentions. They're not really in our area. They're not, there's nothing wrong with these hunts. Matter of fact, some of them I'm very interested. One of them going to, and I think Andy went to one in the past. So there's other ones we're just going to touch over them. But if we went into every hunt, it would take forever. So I'm going to let Andy bring in the next event, and I think this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, so the next event is a huge one that a lot of the guys in the chat and gals have went to this past year. Digstock, big one here. I got word that they're going to be doing something nice tonight. Peter just hit me up. Peter and Matt from Digstock are going to join us here together. We're going to bring him in as a duel. But yeah, he's got something up his sleeve. Let's bring in Peter and Matt and get their story, and let's chat with them. All right.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
There's Matt.
There they are. Good to meet you.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us, guys. We appreciate it.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I know Peter said he had a long day, so we'll try to keep him up a little bit longer yet.
I've been up since 3:45. I'm ready to take a nap.
Oh, geez.
First question: where is this at?
So, Matt, I'll let you take this one.
So it's very close to Greenville, North Carolina.
Okay.
We can't. We have a lot of people that want.
You can't give the specific.
Yeah, they want the exact location, but due to our contract that we have with the owner and people coming early and sneaking on or whatnot, we can say that it's near Greenville, North Carolina, and that all of the hotels that are listed on our website are the closest to the event. So they're all within 15, 20 minutes of the event.
Where was the last one at?
The last one was up in Shazy, New York, which is it's probably about 7 hours from you guys in the Pennsylvania area. We had
I almost went.
Oh man, you missed a good one. You missed a good one. We had
that was so historic looking, man.
Yeah, we had we had 600 guests from 42 or 43 different states and Canada. So I know it seems crazy, but we had approximately 2,000 acres of historic property right along Lake Champlain. 2 major rivers kind of went right through the property. It was an incredible hunt. And this is the one we've got coming up in the spring will be our 3rd Digstock event. And so we're really gaining some traction in the metal detecting hunt arena.
Oh, yes, you are. So let's go ahead and go right into that one and see what you guys let us know about this event. How many days is the event? Not till the event, but how many days long is the event? Is it a weekend? Is it a week? I know that Chazzy, New York one, or is it Chazy? It's Chazy, New York.
Shazy, like with an SH. Shazy.
Oh, okay. Shazy, man, that's Shazy.
Yeah.
I know that was so big. I forget how many days of a hunt that was, but
that was just a 3-day hunt.
Okay.
Matt will tell you a little bit about the one in March.
Well, we're over to the other one now. Let's talk the March one. Yeah.
So our one coming up in March will be March 20th through the 25th. It'll be a week long, pretty much. Sunday night will be our pre-hunt meeting. It's not mandatory that you come, but we do recommend that you come. We've had reasons in the past of either new fields opening up or fields closing, and it's just pertinent information that people need to hear. At that time, you also get an opportunity to meet everybody, talk, shake hands, enter raffles, et cetera, et cetera. And then Monday and Tuesday, they will hunt half the farm. Wednesday will be a free day, basically. They can you guys can stay at the hotel and sleep. You can sightsee, you can door knock. I mean, there's tons of history here, so you shouldn't have a problem finding another place to detect if you want to. There's a ton of local museums that you should check out. And then they'll come back Thursday and Friday and hunt again. And then Friday afternoon, we'll do our giveaways and all that. We're going to feed everybody twice. We'll feed everybody on, that Tuesday afternoon and that Friday afternoon. The other day, we did just get another 468 acres from the landowner. So now our property is at like 4,013 acres. There's 82 home sites on it that range from the late 1800s to the turn of the century. There's two colonial plantations, a river landing. There's multiple 1840s houses. A skirmish happened about 1/8 of a mile away. So there's a really good chance there's a camp on the property, or at least half a camp on the property. Several church sites, mill sites, arrowheads, fossils, bottles. It's going to be a really good event.
Wow. Wow. Now, I know when they do some of those DIV events and stuff like that, like there's issues with the minerals in the ground and things of that nature. They want pulse inductors or whatever it is. Is there anything like that with this hunt?
No. So we have, some people call it, what they call it,
sugar sand.
Sugar sand.
Okay.
It's very close to beach sand. There's no, when you get out of the truck with your machine, there's really no ground balance. Whatever the factory ground balance on it is the best it's going to get. Some places, even Butch Holcomb said, some places you don't even need a shovel. You can just dig with your foot. I mean, it's super sandy.
Wow. Will Butch be there?
Yeah.
He'll be there.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. We've been featured in American Digger a couple of times. If there's people out there that have the magazine, we were just featured in the January-February issue for our Shazy hunt, and then we were featured a couple months back for our first North Carolina hunt. So if you want to know what we're all about, just check those out. There's plenty of YouTubers and everything that came out as well to those events. So if you're interested, you just have to type in Digstock. I'm sure you'll find us on YouTube. And there's some great videos that came out of that one.
Heck yeah. So anything up your sleeve? I mean, anything special you want to say about the hunt coming up?
Well, we have a lot of really good sponsors for this hunt.
Okay.
I'll just name off a few just to give a couple of plugs for our sponsors. We got GPAA, the Gold Prospecting Association of America. They're sponsoring us this year. XP Metal Detectors, Mudlark Relics, Mr. Harrison Pearl out of South Carolina, Night Owl Optics, Rum Runner Dive Shop, Garrett Metal Detectors, Bounty Hunter, Technetics, Fisher, Note to Macro will be there. Lost Dutchman's Mining Association will be there, and Sergeant Riker Civil War Shop out of Virginia.
Wow. You got a bunch of good sponsors.
We do.
Sorry about that, guys. I went looking for that. I have that Digger magazine. I can't find it. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to be like, there it is.
Oh, wait.
I heard they were delayed too, by the way. I didn't get mine yet, but I talked to Butch and he said they were coming. There you go. He's got it.
By the time we got to Digstock. Yeah,
nice.
it was a great article by Allison Cohen. And she really did a good job with the article. And it was a great time. I mean, we try to put on an event that's different than everybody else, but I guess, listening to all your guests tonight, I mean, everybody seems to have a pretty good idea for success. And, and we do the same thing. We started out real small as far as, we say small, 275 people was our first hunt. But we started out with, we got ideas from, people who've attended hunts in the past, and every event we go around and we kind of take, questions from people and, what did you like? What didn't you like? And we basically, same thing, we go through and we put together all those ideas, and we've got a team. It's myself, Matt, we've got a financial advisor, Dave, in New York. And then we've got another partner in North Carolina, Thomas. And we all get together. We chat once a month, and if somebody brings something up, we all talk about it. And if we like what it is, we bring it up and we put it in the event. And every event we do is a little bit different. So our first one was an all natural hunt. The second one was a huge hunt, that had all the major sponsors, all the major manufacturers. We had, we gave away, oh God, probably $30,000 or $40,000 worth of stuff. We had a huge seeded hunt. We did we raised money for Wounded Warrior Project with the help of with the help of one of our veteran friends. He created a French and Indian War hatchet, and he decorated it all up and everything.
Oh, wow.
And we sold tickets for that, and 100% of the funds went to the Wounded Warrior Project. And then our farmer even donated another $500 on top of that to throw at that. So we were really excited about that. So we do that at every event. We support a charity. So like this hunt, we actually offer camping on site. And all the money that we get, all the money we get from that, all the camping fees go directly to our charity of choice for this event, which is the Susan G. Komen Cancer Foundation. So
God bless you. God bless you. That's awesome.
So we try to do something different every year. So this week-long hunt is a new idea for us. We've never done it before. We're just kind of trying it out, see what people think. But 4,000 acres is a lot of property to get on and explore in 4 days.
Wow. And so it's just all natural. You guys don't even need to entertain the thought. I mean, who would have time? Yeah.
Well, we try to do things, like I said, differently. We provide a lot of features that you don't see at any other hunts. We've gotten to the point where I've tried to make our website the most easily accessible as far as the hunt goes. So you can find out information about the hunt, the area, all the local hotels, local places to eat, our liability waiver. Literally, before you buy a ticket, you have to fill out your liability waiver.
Right,
so I mean, everything is all included right there. If we offer a T-shirt for an event, you put your size right in that form right before you even purchase a ticket. So that all the information comes to us, and you're all set to go. By the time you show up, we give you a name tag, your T-shirt, and you're on your way. And,
talk about our maps too, Pete.
Oh yeah. So we got two guys who have been helping us out with our maps. We actually provide at every event, we provide a Google map that you can get right on your phone. And we provide that via email to all the participants. And it literally, every site that we know of is put on that map, from the 1700s all the way up to the, any points of interest are on that map. And it's so interactive that you can literally click on a home site and it'll tell you how to get there, the quickest way to get there.
You got to be kidding me. You offer 4,000 acres. You offer 80 some homes, all this history, and then a freaking map that takes you to it.
Yeah, that's how we do it. We, we want
is if you had Robert Thiessen pull up a golf cart and take me to it.
We try to put parking areas as close to most of the sites as possible. We've got a lot of great people that come, but the reason we do that is, we've all been to hunts. We get, the new people, the people who've been doing it for 20 years. It's great to have that variety, and we really like just sharing the whole experience. And those people who are newer, it's really nice for them to be able to get out there and say, oh my God, you have the same advantage as everybody else. You don't, nobody gets, for us old time hunters who, have been out there a long time, we know how to do the research and everything, but we kind of make it easy. We do the research for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely a step ahead there on that. That is just fantastic. I mean that. That's, if you're a new person, how convenient you just made it for them, you even, like you say, even the game, the playing field, wow.
And we can't promise that, everybody's going to find something magnificent. I mean, it's a metal detecting event. You might find something great. But what we can promise you is that nobody will walk away empty-handed.
Right.
We do thousands of dollars in giveaways, detectors and pinpointers and coils and bags and accessories, and everybody will get something. Everybody that will ever attend any of our events will walk away with something.
Yeah, and we're all about the experience, so we provide, most of our hunts will have, some sort of meal attached. If not a meal, there'll be food trucks or something. We always use local businesses as much as we possibly can. So we do, advertising in local papers. For the last hunt, we had the local historical association come down, and they were there, and they were able to take pictures of people's finds and talk to people about the area. And we worked with all the local hotels to get people in their doors. After COVID, it was a really big, I had people call me, these big businesses call me and say thank you.
Yeah.
We brought in over the Chamber of Commerce told me we brought in over $450,000 over a weekend to the area, so which is incredible. So we like to do that, so not just for the big communities, but for all the little communities around there, all the gas stations and whatnot that get the business. So we're really excited about doing that, helping not just just the big guys, but everybody. So we really enjoy that as well.
Do you guys get a chance to swing?
Yeah, Matt, do we get a chance to swing? No.
At the New York event, we were on our feet, nonstop, 24 hours almost.
Yeah.
We might have got 6 hours of sleep over 3 days,
Yeah.
And the very last day when we were packing up, I did jump in the woods for like 30 minutes just to get my fix on, and ended up popping out 2 pewter US buttons. So I mean,
from the War of 1812.
Yeah.
He did
Wow.
well.
That is awesome, man. This seems like, I mean, I know I wanted to go to the New York one. If it wasn't for scheduling conflicts, I would have been there.
We'll go next time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If in this event, I don't know, but I'm interested. And when is the dates of this one?
March 20th through the 25th.
Okay.
Yep. And so we're our plans are whenever we do a hunt, we always announce, well, really realistically, we'll announce the next event at that, at the one coming up. So the last day when we're giving away all the prizes and everything, then we announce the next hunt, and then usually ticket sales will go on sale within a week of that. So we put a lot of time and effort into this. Matt and I both, hold jobs and do everything outside of this. And then this is like an extra 30 to 40 hours a week on top of that. We do all the marketing and everything ourselves. We have our website we keep up. We've got merchandise. It's just, there's a lot to it. A lot of people don't realize what goes into something like this. And it takes a lot of time. We say, what do we say, Matt? 6 months from one event to the next of planning and everything to get everything in place. So it's crazy. Some hunts will be smaller and some hunts will be bigger. When that special property comes again, we're going to have a really big one again, and try and get it people from all over the country and maybe some from all over the world. So
do you have any, we were talking about the Florida one, and it looks like they're bringing out a lot of celebrities to promote that one. Do you guys have anyone coming to yours just by any chance? Just out of curiosity. That never makes me decide on going anywhere, but for some people it might. But you do. So who do you guys have?
Matt can tell you a little bit more. We do have some that haven't quite got back to us yet, or some that we can't announce just yet, but they will once we get closer and we have confirmation. Matt will tell you a couple that we do know for sure, but we do have some that might just show up. We do have a lot of YouTubers that just end up on out there. We've got Ill Digger, Tim Blank. He's a good dude. He's been to all the events that we put on so far. I think he's coming to the one in the spring. We've got Scuba Sonia was at the last one. She found a killer artifact at that hunt. Man, we've got a lot of people just quarter hoarder and Charles Harley and that gang, they were all at the last one. We love Charlie. He's a super
Hell
good
yeah.
dude. Yeah, and he's invited me down, so I'll be down in your neck of the woods there sometime, but not
Right.
I don't know when. The ground is still pretty frozen, but we have some really great people. But Matt will tell you who we got coming for sure.
I know that Gypsy will be here. I know she's coming 100%. I know First Texas is sending 3 people. Lucky Jen, I think, is one of them. She's the new girl. And then there's 2 more that they're sending. Delix said that she was going to try and send Barack and Dwight, New Age Goonies, and we're trying to get the Duck Dynasty guy here, Jace. So we're working on it.
Nice. It's always, like I said, for me, it has no basis in my decision where to go. Like, you had me at 4,000 acres. You know what I mean? Like, after that, the rest was want. But for some people that who are trying to get that whole experience, it's no different than someone going to a ball player convention. You want to get as much in there as you can, and I think it's awesome, and how the YouTube videos have grown. And brought so many people into these, into this hobby. Me being one of them. First I ever saw was on YouTube. Was like, I want to do that.
I'm a Stealth Diggers watcher from way back. That's where I got it.
I love that show. I love watching those guys. They are cool. I actually enjoy watching those guys. But yeah, it's. Having these people there that you see all the time in the videos, it adds another comfort level, and when they're YouTube people are so accessible because we're not bars, we're just people that like to make videos. So you could talk to anyone and they're going to talk to you back. So it's like the one time we have the one kind of hobby where everyone can interact with everyone and there's no upper echelon as far as dialoguing with people.
No, it's funny. It's people do. They come up and they don't realize how accessible they are. It's weird because us as organizers, the same thing happens to us. People will come up to us after a couple of events and they just think it's so, I don't want to say weird, but we're just people, just like the rest of them. They maybe have a big YouTube show and we may run this big event, but we're no different than anybody else. We love to detect. We love to talk stories about detecting. We love history. It's just, that's what I love about the hobby. We always wanted to make these events accessible to any level, any skill level, because, we were all, and our whole hunt is for all the hobbies you dig. So you don't have to do just metal detecting. If you're into bottle digging or magnet fishing,
right.
We try to offer that at every hunt. So if you like any of those things, we have a river, usually, or some sort of water feature nearby or as part of the event property, so you can go and throw a magnet in. And then the next day, if you want to go detecting, then you go out detecting. If you find a bottle pit out in the middle of the field and you want to dig it, have at it. That's your prerogative. That's what we hopefully we are encouraging people to explore all the different hobbies that kind of come along with it. Ourselves, Matt dives, I like bottle digging and like old pits and stuff. We've both been magnet fishing. So it's pretty exciting to get everybody together that does all of those things. So we really enjoy that.
That's a big selling point.
Read that comment down.
I see that. She says, can we say the fall event dates? Well, Audra, we'll let you know. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll hopefully by the March event, we'll have the next event dates out. We can't promise it's going to be as big, but it hopefully will be somewhere in the Northeast. So that's all we can say right now.
You know what, Dustin?
And we are working on one for July.
Prospectors on here, different ones that have asked if they can. Is there anywhere they can pan?
Okay, so there are creeks that flow through the property. They're more than welcome to pan if they like. I can't say if there's gold in there or not. Probably not this far east, but knock yourself out if you'd like to try.
There you go. There's your
GPAA will be there. Yep. So, Gold Prospectors Association of America, they just they reached out to us a couple of weeks ago, and they liked what we did. They wanted to be a part of what we do, and so we brought them on board as a sponsor, and hopefully you'll see some great things with them coming forward. So we'll see what happens.
Well, is there anything that well, first of all, how many spots do you have left, or is it just wide open?
This one, what do we got? 40.
There's 40 left, I think.
40
right
left,
now.
I think. Yeah, I think I checked it earlier today. There was 40 left. So we only have 40 tickets left. Your ticket includes a t-shirt, an event t-shirt specific to the event. You get 2 meals included, and you get $20 worth of raffle tickets. So that's all part of your ticket. The tickets are $450, but you get the full 4 days of detecting plus all that stuff with it.
Wow.
So
Hey, you know what's funny, Dustin? Remember how Peter came on the show and he said he was all tired? And it's funny how he perked up when we started talking about treasure hunting.
Right on.
It does something to a man.
So I see a comment that a question that I want to touch on. So people still they still associate us with Pound the Ground. So we are in no way affiliated, associated, have anything to do with in any way, shape, or form Pound the Ground. Digstock is its own entity. So we have nothing to do with Pound the Ground. That's a whole nother event. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to email those guys or talk to them.
Yep. But anyways,
I don't know anything about that one. So this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're really excited. We're really pumped to get out there again. We've got a lot of people that have followed us to every event. We have one guy from Washington. His name is Chris. He buys tickets for him and his buddies to every event and flies them out. And
oh wow,
and so he's a super. I don't know if he's a Digstock groupie or what you want to call him, but he's been to every one, and he every time. He's like, save me some tickets, and I was like, Chris, you just tell me how many you want, and we'll put them aside for you, buddy. So, but he's a super. We got a lot of great characters that show up, and we really enjoy, and everybody thinks because we're so big, we don't get to enjoy talking with everybody. That's the complete opposite. I mean, we're the whole time, Matt and I, we usually jump on a 4-wheeler or something, and we're out in the fields giving stuff away. And chatting with people and seeing how everybody's doing. And, we really enjoy the whole, the camaraderie aspect of it too, so we're not just, we don't just hide behind the scenes and that's it. You'll see us out there with everybody. The last hunt we had in North Carolina, we had a little boy out there. I went out on the 4-wheeler and I saw him down on the ground and he was looking for, whatever was out there. And I said, oh, this was an Indian village site. I said, and I'm like, here, check out this. And I picked up a piece of Indian pottery. And I said, I'm going to go drive over there and talk to those people. I said, but when I come back, I want to see what you found. I said, it looks like this. And so he's like, okay. And I went on my way. And as I came back around 20 minutes later, he had a whole handful of it. He was so excited. And,
oh, wow.
That's the stuff that makes me, love what we do. That's the biggest part of it. Seeing the smiles on the people's faces. And, we got people from all over the country that come in and, get to see each other. They get to see the people they've never met before, or they've only seen on, YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. That's what we love about this, the people.
Hey, Pete, real quick, I saw this comment pop up. If somebody, like I see Matt's wearing the Digstock hat. If somebody wants to buy some of your merchandise, do you guys have a store anywhere that they can find your stuff to purchase?
Yep, it's right on our website, which is www.digstockevents.com. And then we've got a Facebook group called Digstock Talk, and you can find that right on Facebook. And basically, we talk about the events there, but it's like it's kind of a community too. So, I mean, people can chat their, post their finds, chat about,
awesome.
All kinds of things, metal detecting. And both of us are on there and the rest of our members of our team are on there, always chatting with people. So it's a nice little community and we really enjoy, putting that on.
Awesome.
What's the temperature going to be in March down there?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, that's a very good question. So, right now, let's see, right now it's 52 outside. The other day it was 75. In March, it could be 40 or 20 and snowing, or it could be 70 and sunny. I mean,
Really?
Absolutely. Wow. March is the most funkiest month we have out of the entire year.
That is crazy. Okay. Well, hey, either way, if it was 40 or whatever, it's still warmer than here.
Last year it was like 62 and sunny all 3 days.
It was beautiful. It was really nice.
That is perfect. That is.
And our one in New York, we lucked out. I mean, I couldn't believe the weather that we had for that one. The first, we were expecting, we just know that October in New York could be a crapshoot. We could have had snow, or it could have been, 50 degrees. But we ended up with 70 degrees all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was just gorgeous. I mean, we had fall colors too. Everybody got up. There was peak color, right near Lake Champlain. It was just, I mean, where our tent was set up, you could look out over the lake and in the fields right over to, you could see right across the lake into Vermont. And it was awesome. It was just really, I mean, you wake up in the morning and we drive out there and the fog was just lifting. And I mean, it was just incredible. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. If you've never been to a big hunt like this, we're definitely, one that puts on a show, so to speak. We really try our best to let everyone have a good time. And, we had a guy that his metal detector broke, the first one in North Carolina. I gave him my personal XP Deus and I said, here, this is how you use it.
Oh, wow.
Have awesome. Fun, just bring it back at the end of the day. And he was so ecstatic. He came back and he goes, he's like, I really thought I was not going to be able to hunt this entire hunt. And I said, no, hey, I said, that's what we're here for. And he's like, my little boy would like to detect too. And I said, well, I got this one over here. And I went and grabbed another one out of the trunk and let him have it too. So that's what our hunts are about, getting everybody out there if they want to. We had a lady and her son come up at the one in New York. They just saw it, somewhere. I don't remember where. They were locals. They saw the event. And we said, yeah, come on in. And then her and her son went out there and detected the rest of the event. They had a great time, met a lot of great people. So it was fun.
Good for you guys. That is awesome. That really is.
Hey, Dustin, do you want to bring in somebody that's been to Pete and Matt's event to give us a little bit of insight of what it's like from a digger's view, since these guys don't get to dig at their own event?
Oh, wait. And we do have to answer swing for the rings. Yes. You must wear clothing to the event. Okay, they are not optional, Ace. Okay,
I'm just thinking
you want to get in the woods and strip down and go nude. I mean, that's your own prerogative.
He's confused with Digstock, not Digstock, just Woodstock.
Yeah, Ace is going over the rapids too many times there in Detroit.
That's funny. But yeah, let's bring in a guest that's been there at the event. Dustin and I are all hyped up. We'd love to come to that event sometime. I mean, we'll have to definitely look into it. But let's bring in somebody that has been there to talk about it from a view of the person going to one of your events. So let's bring in Tim. He has a YouTube channel called Ill Digger. Check him out. We'll get him to talk about it. So bring him on in, Tim. Come on in.
Tim.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. I'm doing great.
Hey, what's them things on your face, man?
These are my reading glasses. I can see my camera.
Yeah, that old, are you?
Yeah, I just went to the eye doctor today, as a matter of fact.
I hear you.
So tell us, Tim, what is it that draws you to this event?
Well, last spring, a buddy of mine I actually brought it up, and he bought a ticket before I did. I said, "Well, you're going, and I'm going." But you got to figure we bought our tickets in late January or early February last year, and the ground's like concrete here. So by that time of year, we're itching. We're ready to dig. We've been locked up for 3, 4, 5 months up here in the Midwest. So that sounds like an early chance to go digging for us. So that's what draws me, an early chance to get down to some diggable ground.
Are you finding good stuff there?
At the events?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, like the guys say, I mean, you're not going to load your pockets with killer finds, but both events I had found bucket listers, actually. The event last spring down in North Carolina, I dug my first ever 3-ringer. I never dug a 3-ring mini ball. Nice. So that was way up on my wish list. And first morning, I actually got 4 of them. So that was huge for me. And then up in New York on day 2, on Saturday, or was that day 2 would be Sunday, right?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. So Sunday afternoon, about 2 o'clock before the giveaway stuff happened, I dug my first ever halftime. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean, both events provided not only bucket list finds, but the experience itself is awesome. And like the guy said, both events, I mean, you couldn't have bought better weather. I mean, they just got so.
So you'd recommend going to this event to anyone watching that's on the fence?
Well, put it this way. I've already bought a ticket for the one coming up. I've also just bought my dad a ticket.
Nice.
So,
that's support.
Yep, I'm trying to get my parents into. I bought them each detectors for Christmas. So my dad's retiring, and I'm taking them down to North Carolina with me in a month.
Nice. That's
God
awesome.
bless you. That is beautiful. It really is.
We're excited to have you guys back. That's for sure. You guys really, like I said, I love the energy of everybody that comes down. We get some people who are new to the hobby, and guys like Tim and everybody, they're just great. They talk to everyone. They're real friendly, and that's what we like about the experience. And we get groupies, Digstock groupies like Tim now, who's coming to every event. But we love that following. It really it makes us feel good, makes us think that we're doing things right to keep having people come back event after event. And like I said, some people are like, well, this one's expensive, or that one doesn't have this or that. Just wait. We do a variety of events. We try to put on at least 2 per year. Depending on what's going on and where we can get the property, but it's a challenge to keep finding good, really great properties that keep producing. But we love to do it, and it's all for people like Tim and his parents and anybody else that wants to come out.
Well, what people have to realize, and I've seen comments on not really yours, but on other chats or posts about costs of going to an event similar to yours. And I think what people lose sight of is we're in the world where you get 4,000 acres. These aren't like, this isn't just like going to a weekend event. This is a little bit more to it. I mean, especially yours, what you're getting in trade with a map and the research put into it. It's undervalued almost, really, if you think about it in a metal detecting type of way. I mean, you get to go for 4 or 5 days, whatever it is. It's like $100 a day.
We calculated it out. It's less than $100 a day.
Oh, yeah.
With everything we include. And then realistically, like you said, 4,000 acres is a huge property. So it's not like we go and knock on a door and we're like, hey, we want to metal detect your property with 300 of our favorite, our favorite friends, and they're like, oh yeah, you can do it for free. Now we definitely we compensate our farmers and our property owners very well. We don't get things for free. We do put a lot of work into it, and we work with the farmers and the property owners to basically get the property to the best condition it can be for our hunters. The farmers we've had so far have been really great. We had one where, well, in Shazy, we tell everybody come to the meeting the next day. Well, that night we were out there driving around on the 4-wheelers and noticed one of the combines was stuck out in the middle of the field. It broke down. And so the next morning we had to tell people, you can, stay out of that field for right now. The farmer's going to get on it. And by the end of that day, he had it all done. He sent me a message and he goes, tell him to get on there, and so we were, that's the kind of, relationship that we have with our farmers and our property owners, where they're excited to, they're excited for the whole thing too. So go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, we make sure that the history's there. So if we picked a farm that was 5,000 acres or 6,000 acres, and it only had a dozen home sites on it, we wouldn't hold a hunt there. We want to make sure that there's ample amount of relics in the ground for the amount of people that we're bringing to the hunt. So we figure 200 people 4,000 acres, 80 plus home sites. That should put, relics in just about everybody's pockets.
This is shit.
If you take 4,000 acres and stretch it out, it actually comes out to like almost 7 miles. So you're 7 miles walking a property.
That's why we give that day in the middle. I don't know if any of you have been to an event before, but I can tell you what, after walking 2 days straight of just detecting and swinging, your body's like, I'm not as young as I used to be. And I'm sure the rest of us feel the same way. When you get out there after 2 days of 8 or 10 or 12 hours straight of detecting, you're like, yep, I need a nap.
Yep. Well, guys, I think Andy is busting at the seams to
He's
announce
ready.
something.
He wants to do this.
Can I enter too? Can I enter?
I'm gonna add something to it too. I'm gonna add something to it. I saw in the chat up there that we should add a camping pass to that. So we'll add a camping pass in there too.
Yep. And that's a $75 value. Like we said, all of our camping pass funds go to the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. That's our charity of choice for this event. And your camping pass includes a camper or a tent with up to 4 people staying in that camper or tent. They must all be attendees as well. But that's what that'll get you.
Yeah, if you wanna bring a tent or a hammock, or if you got a 50-foot fifth wheel camper that you want to bring, I mean, we've got ample room to stick you somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yep, we're gonna bring it's a no frills camping, so. We're going to have a couple of porta potties on site, and we're probably going to put a nice little fire ring in the middle for everybody to gather around. And most, if not all of us, will be sticking around there. So, whoever camps there will get to hang out with us. Not that we're real that, I don't know if anybody wants to, but we'll be there, so if anybody wants to, to chat or whatever, we'll be hanging around the camp area. So
I was just going to
Vinny made a comment.
You wouldn't let me.
Go ahead, sorry.
I said I was just going to dig a hole and throw some corn cobs out there, but Pete said no.
Vinny made a comment there. He said, "Wow, that's a huge prize," but he didn't even really hear what your real prize was. That was your second nice thing to do.
Yeah, the first prize is a free ticket to the event in North Carolina. It's a $450 value, plus a $75 camping pass. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're gonna get everything included. All you have to do is contact myself or Matt. So just send your information over to info@digstockevents.com, and we'll get you all set up. We'll have a conversation with you, and we'll get all the information we need from you. You'll get your T-shirt. You'll get the food passes. You'll get the $20 in raffle ticket. That's all included in your ticket. That's all included in your free ticket, and plus the camping pass. So we're pretty excited. We're happy to give it away, and hopefully somebody gets it and is able to make it out.
Yeah. So now the ticket is for one person, but the camping pass. So if you have somebody else that you want to come to the event with you, they'll have to buy a ticket, but they can camp with you for free if they wish. So the camping pass includes up to 4 people, but the actual ticket is only good for one person.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a hell of a giveaway, guys. That's like,
thank you. Wow.
Awesome.
I didn't even know about this, guys. So this is totally out of the blue. I appreciate it, Pete and Matt, for doing that. You didn't have to, but that's a hell of a giveaway for somebody, really lucky person in here. I'm going to wait a little bit. People are typing the yard. I didn't change the hashtag. Man, it's like the stock hashtag or whatever.
Hashtag the yard. Yeah. Hashtag it up.
I'll tell you what, to everyone that's tuned in tonight and hanging with us, like in this overextended live stream, we just want to thank all of you guys. I mean, to have 50 some people still in here, still rocking and rolling, and it's been going between 50, 60 people for a while now. Really appreciate it. It's getting a little later in the night. We'll be wrapping it up soon, but thank you guys so much. Your support means everything. And these two guys here are awesome. And I'll tell you what, I can't make this one because I already got some stuff lined up. But if you guys have one in the fall, you'll see me.
All right, we'll plan on it. We'll plan on it. Like I said, we'll have 2. We're hoping to have 2 per year. So if you can't make it to one, don't fret. The Digstock experience is basically the same, for the most part at every event. So what we provide at one, we'll most likely provide at another, and you'll get the same sort of value out of your ticket to come to the event. So that's our hope. We're really excited to give one away. So let's give it away, Andy.
Yeah, man, you guys are getting tons of good comments in the chat. I mean, you have to go back and just look at all the comments. I mean, people are they really love you guys, man. They really love what you guys do, and it sounds like you guys are just really good guys. So it's
Now you see why I keep going to their events.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it
I can't
out.
wait to go. I can't wait.
It's
All right,
it's
let's
fun
do
to hang
this,
out with
guys.
good people.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
The suspense is killing me. God, somebody's gonna get lucky. Lucky.
Lucky. Oh, what's up, man?
We got
I'm reading
60
all the-
entries. So
Here we go.
you
I'm
do
reading
have
all
to
the
be here to
comments.
win. If you're not, we're gonna redraw. All right?
The
Yep.
story.
You say go, brother.
Boy named Andy.
Let her roll.
Go.
Go. Hey,
Ooh.
oh.
Oh!
Redwood.
Congrats, Ed.
Is he in the house?
Let's see. Let's find out.
Oh, you don't. Oh, that
I'm
would
not
suck.
sure.
Edward Wood.
I didn't see him comment in a while, guys, so I'm not sure if he is.
Yeah, he might have lost out. He better show up.
Uh-oh. I see a bunch of people tagging him.
You can tag all you want. You better get him on here.
I'll give him a little bit. I'm not going to give him super long. A lot of these people have been here waiting, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
to make it fair for everybody else.
I don't know. Somebody said he left.
Uh-oh.
If he's not here in a little bit, we're going to redraw for somebody.
All right. No,
Yeah.
everybody says he's gone. Think he
He's
left.
probably
I
gone,
don't
guys.
know.
I think we're going to do another one.
Roll again.
All right.
I
Yeah,
think
people
we're
are
gonna
praying
do it.
that he's left.
Yeah. We're going to do another
Sorry,
one.
Ed, but you rolled too soon. We're doing it over.
Let's go again.
Redraw.
Let's go again.
It's over. Ed didn't win.
All right.
Ed
We're
didn't
going for
win.
another one, guys.
Somebody's
We gotta
gonna win
shut
it.
this- We're going to shut this one down. Hold on. This is difficult.
You can
All
do
right.
it, Andy. You can do it, baby.
I know. I'm working. I'm
We got faith in you.
give away to.
Wait, Edward Woods just said, yep,
What? He's here?
he's here.
Oh
Someone
man.
brought him back.
Somebody
Edward, shame on you, Edward.
He just
Somebody-
stumbled out of bed, jumped back on the computer.
You left us. Shame.
Ooh, that was close.
Well, Andy left us too.
everybody's saying he's here. They wanna give it to him. Some people are saying too late. So somebody let him know that he won. Somebody get on there and let him know that he won. He won a free ticket to Digstock 3 in North Carolina.
Is he here? Okay, he is here.
He was just on there.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Ed. Sorry to blop out on everybody there. Technical difficulties, but
I'm gonna put the information here. Ed Woods. I'm gonna try this. There we
Yep,
go.
if he will email us at info@digstockevents.com, I'll carry on a conversation with him.
Yeah.
All right. So whoever out there knows Ed, I don't know him. Let him
Yeah.
know. It's a heck of a good prize, and we're happy he won it. And we'll just take it from there. You guys are very generous. Thank you so much. Wow. Where do we go from here, Andy?
Home and to bed.
Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up with Andy and I. We thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for having us.
I can't wait to get there. I mean, I'm serious. I really can't wait till fall.
Well, thank you so much for involving us. We had a really great time. Thanks, Tim, for coming on, and we can't wait to see you again in March.
See you in a couple weeks. Yep.
You
Thanks,
guys
Mark.
are awesome,
Good night.
awesome speakers. Go ahead.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
See you guys. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Matt, get some sleep. You look like you're ready to pass out.
See you guys.
All right, night.
So I guess, wow, those guys were awesome. $450.
What a giveaway, man. That's
Yeah, that is just incredible. You just never know what you'll get on one of our live streams.
I was sweating bullets for Ed.
Yeah. See, guys, that's what happens when you leave. And Ed won, so let him know. We're not going to deprive him, but now if he doesn't want it, let those guys know, and who knows, maybe they'll have another drawing, or we could bring them back to do another drawing. But
who wouldn't win that prize, pal?
Well, I even saw someone complaining. I saw someone go, if I won, it would cost me too much money to get there. And it's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
So some of the last groups we'll talk about, and we're just going to go a couple minutes into it. Honorable mentions to DIV, Digging in Virginia, JGD, Just Go Digging. Those are more Civil War geared hunts. And they could be their own nice.
This was
they could be
JGD.
their own show in itself. Because there's a lot of information for going to those as far as equipment. You just can't go. And with what you have, you might have to do some tweaking or whatever. But those two are ones that people talk about. We also have Bone, Best of Northeast. I've been lucky to be invited to that one by George Streeter. And that's kind of along the lines of what we just were talking about with the guys at Digstock. It's a longer hunt. In fact, it's real long. It's 5-6 day hunt. Basically it's Tuesday through Sunday. So that's like no break in between that one, but that's a pretty big one. So there's other hunts out there, guys. We didn't go through every one of them. And if you have any questions or you want to reach out to Andy and I on anything we covered or anything that you may have missed or anything like that, let us know.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a great show, Andy.
I did one more that we did not bring up that you didn't mention, that someone brought to my attention, is Digging South Jersey. I know we have a lot of just a lot of Jersey folks in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that, Dustin. I don't think I've ever heard of that one, but
couple things off topic. Next week we are not having a live stream for the Super Bowl. We're not competing with that. We're good, but we're not that good. He's good. We will not have one next week, but the following week it's going to be on bottle digging. And we have some guests lined up for that one, which should be very interesting. We have Badger. I think we have the Cloverdales, the Crick Diggers. We have Kerry Land. So we have some bottle diggers, and we're going to learn all about bottle digging and selling bottles and collecting bottles. And
I heard there might be a bottle or two of maybe a possible giveaway of some cool bottlage. Possibly.
Yeah, there will be some. I know I'm going to give away a bottle, and I'm sure Carrie and some of the other guys will too. We also have James Anuska from, I think it's Drippy Lip Auctions. I don't know where these guys come up with their names, but James is a great guy. I think he'll probably have Tyler Yesko, if I'm saying his name right. Another really good guy. And those guys will be on as well. So I'm very excited about that, because that's one of the genres right up my alley. I dig bottles as well. So
the bot won't be there.
No bot. No bot. So
there's always something in the show that's either like semi funky or, I mean, the bot, like if I didn't put that stupid bot in this time, we would have been fine. But there's always, you go too far with things and it's like they get more funky. So, but no, it turned out to be all right. I mean, a hell of a show tonight, man. I mean, tons of people. It had to be our best one.
Yeah, we definitely, we had a lot of information to give, a lot of good people. And I think some of the other live streamers are starting to see that, we're here on Sundays, we're here to support you guys on your days, and we're tuning in to watch you guys and support you. And we hope you guys do the same. And we see a lot of you are, and we really appreciate it. I will say, there was one thing here I wanted to say real quick that someone had mentioned. Where'd that go?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like the live streams, not to cut you off there, I mean, tell your friends about it. Get them to pop in. I mean, maybe they would enjoy the next topic, the bottles, or even go back
Ed,
and look at some of the past stuff we had.
Edward, I saw Edward on here. Edward, if
Yeah,
you're
I
still
did.
on here, just go ahead and contact the guys. If you're not sure, no one wrote it down, just go back. This is going to be a video.
I know him too. He can hit me up. He knows who I am.
Or hit up Andy. You won a $450, actually $700 or $525 value with the camping pass. So you want a full stay there. Basically, if all you'd have to do is pay your transportation to get there, if you want to camp. So that's probably the biggest prize. Well, that is the biggest prize we've given away yet. So
right.
Hope you enjoy it, and if you don't, let those guys know, because maybe they can pass that on to somebody else. Okay. You can't like sell it or anything. You know what I mean? So you either claim it or let them know that you don't want it.
You can give it to me too.
Thank you for tuning in, Ed. And the lesson for you is to stay tuned in. Okay. No excuses.
Hey, real quick, Dustin, on Tuesday, Flash in Your Pan also does a live stream. I'm going to be his guest this Tuesday on his, I think it's what I heard from Ski Searcher, if he's still in here, which I think he is. Apparently he has the longest. Yeah. He has the longest running live stream to do with metal detecting ever.
Nice.
It's a huge following. Ed is a really cool guy. I don't really know much about him, but I'm sure on Tuesday when I go to do his show, I'm going to get to know him. Yeah, right. So check out that.
That's awesome.
Flash in Your Pan on Tuesday night.
I know tomorrow night we got a couple live streams. We have what is it? The one with Ambient Girl. I just saw it. Is it Detecting Nation? Digging Life tomorrow night. Nancy and Hollywood Joe, and also Maddie is making his comeback tomorrow night. I don't want to butcher the last name. Maddie Tomani, whatever. The Italian kid from Jersey, okay, with the really cool dad. They're making their comeback after they had a little vacation, and Big Matt got back on track, so he's back on his feet and doing his thing and helping his boy out. So I think we got some good choices tomorrow night. We're going
Tuesday. I was going to say, Ald has been helping us out. I don't know if you noticed, but she's been putting up links, kind of like she almost was doing the Nancy job tonight. So I really appreciate her. She's been killing it for helping out. So her show's Tuesday nights.
Yeah, promote that too.
If she wants to put her link up, I will put that up for her. I know you already did before.
Good people. We do like Teresa the Treasure Hunter. I mean, we got some good people here, man. That good YouTubers. So one thing with YouTube, there's plenty of pie to go around. You know what I mean? This isn't like detecting a yard where you got so many feet and so many relics to divvy up between you. You know, with this, we got a lot of pieces of the pie to share and help each other grow. So that's about all I got. We got that. We have the awesome one coming up in 2 weeks. Bottle digging. Be ready. That's going to be some entertaining stuff.
We have plenty of time to recharge and really get some good info. I know personally, Dustin, I don't know much about bottle stuff, so I know I'm hosting the show with you, but this will be a lot of good info that you'll have to share, because I know you collect bottles and you know a lot about them. You even have an antique shop, which I'm sure we'll probably hit you up on a little bit of that maybe on the next time we're on. So
I'll actually, because I'm actually going up there. I have an old general store that I have restored, and I might take a picture of it and use that as my background on the next one. But I'm going to go up there and get a special bottle to give away. So Dawn and Shelly, we love you guys so much. Wednesdays.
Can you dig it? Facebook, they do live streams.
And guys, so I have a Facebook page, Dutch Boy Adventures. You guys want to post anything on it, you go right ahead. I mean, I'm talking to the YouTubers. Like, I don't want anyone posting anything on it. But guys, just post your videos, post your live streams. Share it to Lost Boy Recovery as well. Whatever you guys got to do, we'll help you. I mean, I'm tapped out here. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. You, the crowd, you, the viewers. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great show.
Yeah. I hate to turn away 40-some viewers, but go to bed. It's over 3 hours. I feel like Bueller, you know, at the end. Go. Get out of here. Leave. And no one's leaving. I love you guys. They're not even listening to us, Andy. This is over. They're on their own thing. Night, Alan.
Yeah. Yeah, Tuesdays is share the love with Audrey and Bobby. I don't know. I thought I just saw her pop back in here. And then, sir, there's
that
just all kinds of. What's that?
Her and Bobby do it together? Is that
yeah.
Okay.
Bobby the blue hair. Is his hair still blue?
Oh, yeah. It was blue the other night. Bobby. Yeah.
They can't get enough, they said. We just can't get enough. Oh, man. Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We definitely appreciate it. We can't say that enough. I know we said it a few times now. Like you said, next week we will not do a show on Super Bowl Sunday, but we will come retuned and re-geared for that bottle digging show the following week.
You'll know. We'll reach out. We'll let you know.
We always do, and I appreciate you too, brother. I know you're right here in front of everybody else, but I appreciate what you do as far as promoting. I'm more of your thumbnail maker, and you're the man that really promotes. So, I mean, between the both of us, it's a powerhouse, you know?
It's a good collaboration. I appreciate working with you, and I appreciate people caring about what we're telling them, you know? And if you guys notice, we're not talking about us, you know what I mean? We're just trying to give you content, and that's all it's about. So, we hope you enjoyed. I think that's it. Don't forget to on Saturday nights, you got the Keystone History Hoarders, Charles and Sean and that gang. So, you know, there's a lot of content out there for everyone. And you know, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to bed. Get us out of here, Andy. Get us out.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for tuning in. Peace.